Fantasy?
Film.
Fight! What'd you fucking say?
Fantasy.
Film. Fight.
I still don't get it.
Fantasy.
Fight!
We take the pick of the litter.
We take it in turns.
Someone just gotta go first.
And then
The next person.
they just go round and round.
That's what.
We call it
Fantasy.
fight. You win some, you lose some.
Anything can happen.
So,
Who are you going with?
who you pick?
Today.
Fantasy.
Film.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I'm not muted. Welcome to episode number 81 of Fantasy Film Fights, the show where we take a random film topic and we draft it fantasy style. You might recognize this crew because they have joined us for every single episode on this Rotten Tomatoes journey that we have been on, and today we are drafting between 76% and 100% rated on Rotten Tomatoes. So all certified fresh today. It's going to be an interesting one. Joining me, as always, my co-host, Tony Hill. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing excellent. It's been a good day. I finally gave into peer pressure and fucking bought this goddamn Blu-ray of 12 Angry Men.
Yes. Yes.
Good call.
Yes.
When it got to the point where I left my office on Thursday going, why do I have so many messages? Why are so many people angry? Oh, okay, people watch the episode. I see how it is. And also, I'm just going to say, I got a new belt today. I was like, has anyone else got a new belt recently? Anyone like...
Yeah, actually, like 2 months ago, I got a new belt.
Oh,
Oh, nice. That's good.
See what you did there.
Cool. New belts. Hold your pants up.
New belt.
damn it, I nearly tricked him.
You almost did, but I literally got a new belt. Like a literal same kind of thing.
Cool.
Reversible, it's brown, it's black. I actually got a new belt.
Is it one of those reversible ones where you
Yes,
just take the
yes,
button?
it is. Yes, it is.
Nice. I love it.
Yo, those things are crucial.
Very.
Pretty good.
Black on one side, brown on the other. Doesn't matter where I'm wearing it. It works for all occasions.
That one I literally had to buy this morning because I forgot my belt when I was walking in. I went, I'm gonna just go into a shop because I feel a lot skinnier than last time I wore these pants.
Okay, that was a strange tangent we just went on. But let me introduce you to the panel if you're not already familiar with these guys, because they have joined us a few times so far. I'm going to throw it over here to my boy, one of the best rookies in the movie trivia Schmodown, and I'm not lying about that. That's my boy from the Family Four, Mr. Amaru Moses. Ru, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm admiring Tony's shirt because who wouldn't? And I'm ready to start this possibly 5 hours straight of being on camera. Because, not just because of us, because I have top 100 after this.
Yeah,
immediately after this, which would be more fun. So fun on fun. Can't wait.
Yeah, you need to take a bathroom break. Go right ahead. Do it during our show. That's fine. But always happy to have you. You know I love you, buddy. All right, down over here in the corner, my former teammate in the Families and Miss Christy B's husband, one of my favorites, Anthony Tisdall. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here. I always love doing this. This is great. So far, I'm 3-0, but that's until today because now we're getting to movies that are actually classy, and I am not that. So this is going to take a massive turn, and people are going to realize I'm not just pandering to the polls, which everyone thinks. There's movies I'm going to enjoy that are in this realm, but I'm glad to be here. This is always fun. I'm glad we're finally finishing this quadfecta. That work? Yeah, that might work.
It works. It definitely works. But yes, always happy to have you directly below me. One of my favorite people in Hawaii, and I really don't know that many people in Hawaii, but he's up there. Alan Shepard is back. Alan, how are you?
I am wonderful, happy, so happy to be here amongst. I've missed you guys. Haven't seen you so long. I mean, I've seen you on other things a lot, but I'm happy to be in one room, kind of, with everybody. I love this. I'm excited to be finishing this quadrilogy. I guess that's as Anthony just said. And it's gonna be fun. Let's have a good time.
It will be fun indeed. And last but certainly not least, you may know him as The Quote, but I know him as Ryan Permison. Always happy to have you, buddy. How you doing?
Doing well. Feels great to be 21 again. The term you're looking for, correction, is quadrilogy there, Alan Shepard. But other than that, yes, this is going to be a blast. This is going to be fun. I love this panel. I love this program. I love this format. I love this show. I mean, heck, the last time I was here was like 4 months ago on Fantasy Film Fights. That's how long it's been. Good Lord Almighty, a lot has happened. A lot has changed. Maybe not. I don't know. But it's going to be fun. Thanks for having me. This is going to be a blast. And no one's going to come at me in the comments at all.
Well, probably not. That remains to be seen. But
we'll find out.
Even though on this one, I don't think any of us are going to be fighting over any movies. It'll be interesting, but we've got to figure out draft order. Tony, how do we do this?
Okay, the way we're going to do this is I've got a numerical question here. Everyone's going to have a go at answering it. Whoever gets closest to pick gets to pick the draft order. Who goes first, who gets last, and who gets stuck in the middle. So the question that I have: why the fuck do I always choose Spanish words?
That's not. I can't write a numerical value for that.
What?
He's like 3. I'm just going 3.
No, the question is.
That's 3.
I was going to say.
The Valencian town of Bunal hosts the La Tamanita event every year, where it's a massive tomato fight. In 2015, how many thousands of pounds worth of tomatoes were used in the fight?
How many
thousands of pounds of tomatoes were used in the La Tamanita 2015?
Oh, okay. How many pounds of tomatoes were used? Okay.
Thousands of pounds.
Okay. All right. I got you. All right.
I need to get
write down a number.
This is
Hopefully this is right.
This is one of the 2 things I want to do in my life, that and the running of bulls. I'm going to do this one first because I know I'm going to die by bull.
Yeah.
One, don't do that so you don't die. That's an option. But the tomato one seems fun.
Yeah.
It also seems like it'll hurt. So.
It could be fun.
It's definitely going to hurt.
Oh, yeah. All right, everyone going to answer?
That's all.
All right, we'll go to Ryan first.
Yeah, I wrote on this little small notepad. I don't know if you can see this. 100,000 pounds? 100,000?
Alan?
I put 30,000 lbs.
Oh, really?
And Anthony?
Well, Tudyk actually said thousands of pounds. I said 24, so 24,000 is kind of what I was going with.
Amaru?
Every time that comes up, I'm like, do I put 20? What do I put? So I just put the 1,000. No, 13,000 pounds. Not 13 million. 13,000.
And Peggy?
I went 82,000.
Ooh.
Okay, and the correct answer, even though they're 220,000 pounds off, is Ryan. The correct answer, 320,000 pounds.
Whoa!
It's a lot of potatoes.
That's a lot of tomatoes.
I bid the highest number there, Bob. So the price is right, punk. Yeah.
The price is right, bitch.
Exactly. I'm just trying to keep somewhat family friendly.
You're trying to keep it clean
on the show, but whatever.
He started off already. Right?
A lot of people could be nourished by that instead of throwing at people. But I digress. Ryan, it is up to you, sir. Who's going first? Who's going last? How are you setting the order?
This is such a big honor. I just want to. Okay. All right. So here's how we're gonna do this. Since I like most of you people. No, I like you all for different reasons. Let's just put it that way. I'll kick things off because winner gets to enjoy the spoils of his riches. So I'll go first to kick things off, and then we're gonna go to the fan league. 2 of the fan league 4. I'm gonna go with Peggy because she's improving with each and every match she's participated in the MTS this season. So PG, you're awesome tackler. Don't ever forget that. And then we're gonna go right next to her. We're gonna go with Rue. Let's hear Rue, Rue, Rue. So Rue's gonna be after that. And then we're gonna go to the spaceman, Alan Shepard on this one, and then we'll go with some kid named Anthony who thinks he's gonna steal 1 or 2 of my picks, which probably isn't gonna happen now.
You better pick it first because I got one that you might want.
Yeah, no. So Anthony, look, I like you. I like you a lot. You live near me. You're not too far away, but at the same time, I got to give some love to the fan league. 2 of the 4 that are present with us tonight, and I got to give some love to the spaceman because I got a box full of movies and TV series, and one of them happens to be Lost, which was filmed in Hawaii. So I got to give spaceman some cred.
I'm good. I wanted 4 or 5 anyway. Set. Thank you.
Everyone's got their own reasoning behind setting the draft order. It works, but
that's one more.
Yep, it's one way of doing it. Ryan, you are officially on the clock. What is the first pick of movies that are rated on Rotten Tomatoes between 76% and 100%?
Sure. All right. So to start things off, I think this is right. So All right, I'm the quote master, so I'm going to give it to you. So, pop quiz, hot shot. There's a bomb on a bus. If it goes 50 miles an hour, the bomb is armed. If it goes below 50 miles an hour, it blows up. What do you do? What do you do? Jack Traven, Dennis Hopper, the girl from the bus, Sandy B, Sandra Bullock. I'm going with Speed, 94%, one of the greatest action thrillers of all time. And I know Matthew Kearns is going to back me up on that.
I just enjoyed the lip sync battle we had.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a
I must
fan
have
of
missed that part,
I'm a
but
fan of
whatever.
Sandy B. You know, she's a wildcat.
She is a wildcat, absolutely. Arizona, no question.
No, I love this movie. I think it's Yonda Bon's directorial debut after being a cinematographer.
Yes.
Yeah. No, excellent movie. Came out. I'm not going to say when I was in school, but I was in school.
94.
Anywho, but yeah, a solid pick. Not exactly where I thought you were going with it, but you know what? I accept it. I love the movie. It's a good one. It's fast paced. You know, keeps you on the edge of your seat. What say you, panel? Do you approve of this as the first overall pick?
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen Speed. I'll say that. It's been a minute, but I remember having a good time watching it. It's Keanu. It's Sandy B. It's Dennis Hopper doing crazy Dennis Hopper things.
Don't forget Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, except
Jeff Daniels.
You might want to get that movie based off what happened. But yeah, amazing film. Really good action film. Maybe not the one after that, but Speed is cool. Always classic.
Now, Cruise Control, nah.
I couldn't even make it halfway through Cruise Control. Sorry, sorry, Coyote Adam Collins. Couldn't make it through half of it.
True. One of my biggest cheer moments in the theater was this movie because the greatest dispatch, of a villain ever is the decapitation.
Yeah. I'm smarter than you.
Yes. Oh, but I'm taller. Yeah. Brilliant. So yeah.
Yeah, this is a great pick. I mean, I love Speed. This wasn't on my list, so luckily I didn't try to steal that one from me. But it's fun. This movie is a lot of fun. It's very entertaining. So I didn't know this was going to be your number one. That caught me a little off guard. But people probably have to say the same about most of our number ones, especially the man right off to my left here. But this is a great pick. It's fun. It's a fun pick for this because it would be boring if we all just went like chalk and went with all the 100%ers. Like, let's have fun with this.
Yeah. I didn't want to go with some of the normal stuff that you may hear from Ryan's mouth. I want to be like, you know what? I'm going to turn left. I'm going to do an unconventional run. I want to go off the books. I just want to have fun with this.
Great.
Yeah, it works. It works. And Speed is now off the board. Oh, yeah. 19. Got it.
And it's at 94%, so it's perfect.
Hey.
It works perfect.
All kismet. It's all coming together for you, Ryan.
Kismet, yeah. I love that word, kismet.
All right. So, falls over to me for my first pick. Well, I'm gonna go with a movie that is, in fact, rated 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, boy.
And here's the thing. If you're looking for an action-packed, non-stop, edge-of-your-seat movie, this is not the movie for you. This movie is very dialogue-driven. It's a romance. And it is a part of my favorite trilogy. And yes, once again, Peggy is talking about the Before trilogy. I chose the one that's rated 100%, so we're going with Before Sunrise. Now, this is the first of the trilogy where you get to meet Jesse and Celine. They meet on a train. They walk around, what is it?
Vienna.
Yeah, Vienna. It's Austria, yeah. No, you know, I must say, each one's a different European city. Anyway, but
it means nothing to me.
It's boy meets girl. They vibe. They spend a beautiful night together, just walking around the city, talking and everything, and then leaves you with cliffhanger at the end. You got to wait to the next movie to find out what happens. It is my favorite trilogy, and I will die on that hill. So I'm taking Before Sunrise as my first overall pick, to the shock of probably nobody on the panel.
Not really.
Shocked, I tell you, shocked.
Man, look, I don't blame her for this because I went into a lovely place called Barnes & Noble. They're having a Criterion sale, and I bought the Before trilogy because Peggy wouldn't shut up about it. So I finally sat down and I watched this trilogy, and I enjoyed it. And to be quite honest with you, Peggy, Before Sunrise is my favorite of the trilogy. So I like it.
I'm a sunset
So
kind of
good on
girl, but I don't know. I mean, there's pros and cons of all of them, and I adore all
for
of
sure.
them. So
But I like the first one probably the most.
it's
So good
most
pick,
optimistic
PG.
of them all, I guess.
The
good
big
one.
I mean, it
negative-
depends on your viewpoint. So
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good pick though.
The biggest negative, however, of course, is being Ethan Hawke's facial hair.
Peggy, it took me a long time to finally see another movie that you told me to watch, but unfortunately, it hasn't been in this trilogy, so I'm sorry. I still
it's
have
all right. It's all right. But
It's
you
not
have,
for one, though.
Mad homework to do after this show, boy.
you have watched a few based on my recommendations, and have you not enjoyed them?
Yes, I have.
Thank
Very
you.
much so. Just it wasn't
Thank
this
you.
one.
Dude, you gotta watch this trilogy, Rue.
He's got bigger fish to fry in other categories at
Yeah.
the moment. We'll let them do that in the off season or something.
Sure.
This was the most obvious pick, I think, of everyone's first
Yeah.
by a long shot. And it's a great pick. I
I'm
watched this
nothing but
trilogy.
predictable.
I watched this trilogy because Peggy talked about it so much, and I was like, I found the guy. I got the Criterion. We watched them. Me and Christina, loved them all. They're really beautiful movies. I am more of a fan of Midnight. Honestly, I like the third one the best. I thought it was the most real.
Realistic.
It felt you watch it, you're just like, oh my god. But the first one's very good. It's my least favorite of the trilogy, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It's still a really, really good movie. So.
It's the most idealistic romantic of the three.
Absolutely.
And then it gets more real as it goes.
Yeah, but it's great. I mean, obvious pick, but also a great pick at the same time.
Good stuff. Good way to start.
So yeah, I'm happy with my first pick. Rue, what do you got up your sleeve for your first overall?
So I keep my streak alive as being on the show the most.
You do.
Continue to further that, and you've seen and heard me talk about a bunch of movies a lot. I'm gonna try to actually avoid them for now. I'm not going toward those two movies that I mention every single time I'm on here. Maybe later, depending on what's going on. But I'm gonna go with one of my favorite comedies of all time. Because I don't know how long it takes before I being around the Utes. I just say those Utes all the time. All the time. My cousin Dave.
Nice.
Fucking hilarious.
Wow.
I cannot wait to watch it again. And it's just Joe Pesci is ridiculously hilarious. And Aunt May, beautiful as ever. So there's not much more to say besides just him and I can't remember his name, but I always remember him as not Eddie Munster, but Mr. Munster, the judge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I can't remember the actor's name either, but he's great.
On his name
The
right now.
Munsters was a great series.
Gwynn.
Tony, not Tony.
It's
Tony,
not
Tony Gwynn.
No.
Not Tony Gwynn. I know who Tony Gwynn is.
Fred Gwynn.
Thank you.
Fred Gwynn. Thank you. But the back and
There you
forth between those two is it's lovely. It's lovely. Especially, well, not. I guess that's not a back and forth between them. It was more between a back and forth between Miss Mona Lisa Vito, whether or not she is a mechanic, a car mechanic. But anyway, I'll take that for another day. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna beat Ryan to it. Imagine you're a deer. You're prancing along. You get thirsty. You spot a little brook. You put your little deer lips down to the cool, clear water. Bam! A fucking bullet rips off part of your head, and your brains are laying on the ground in little bloody pieces. Now I ask you, would you give a shit what kind of pants the son of a bitch who shot you was wearing? Sorry. I love the movie. Great choice.
That's
So great.
really, I couldn't tell because I've only seen bits and pieces of this movie on network television, Bruce. So I got to go back and watch this all the way through because I've heard nothing but great things, and I like Herman Munster because I grew up watching reruns of The Munsters, respectively. And then
You have to
Joe
watch
Pesci
it.
and Marissa
You do.
Tomei. I mean, she won an Oscar for that because they kept yapping about it on Seinfeld. So I got to see this movie at some point.
Yes.
Apparently, I love. I learned last week. I love TNT movies. So, and this is one of them. So,
There's a reason they get played at nauseum.
No,
This
I
is a
gotta
great
watch
pick.
this
I
movie,
think I introduced this
seriously.
to Christina over the pandemic thing. She's like, "This is a great movie," because it is a great movie. It's really funny. It's really well done. As Scott saying in chat, it's apparently one of the most realistic legal movies there is, and it's just like the whole thing is just very entertaining and really good, really well done. That's a good pick.
You were serious
I did
about
not
that?
expect this to be your number one either, but it's a great
I
pick.
love it.
You got Daniel LaRusso in there for good measure from
Yeah.
Karate Kid.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He's one of the defendants.
there you go. Ralph Macchio.
Spoiler alert, he steals a can of tuna.
Oh,
Wow.
I just had the thought when you mentioned it, Anthony. Have we ever seen Mona Lisa Vito and Christina V in the same room together?
Ooh, no.
They are three similar people.
They're basically the same person.
Yeah.
Are they?
Get her the purple jumpsuit for Halloween, you guys.
Yes. You dress up as Joe Pesci in the brown suit.
I'm like 18 feet taller than Joe Pesci. Like, that's never going to work.
You can have shoes on your feet. On your knees.
Yeah, I'll go with the judge.
Go as the judge.
Go as that kind of tuna.
How are you doing in my courtroom?
I'm honored to shake your hand. Sorry. Anyway, I'll stop now. All right. Rue takes my cousin Vinny, which leaves us over to Alan. Alan, what have you got for your first overall pick? I'm excited. What is it?
I'm already laughing about it.
No, you're muted.
You're muted, man.
Still muted.
Let's go, Peggy.
Yeah,
I can't hear you, buddy.
I hear you.
No,
I
I cannot hear you.
I'm gonna unplug those earbuds and plug it back in.
Yeah.
All right, this good?
Yeah, now we got you. Now
All
we
right.
got you.
There it is.
What's your first pick?
Okay. My first pick is probably going to shock everybody.
Oh, no.
I go with my love of movies by rewatchability, and I've seen this movie ad nauseum for many, many years since it came out. I was transfixed in the theater watching this the first time. I think it's one of the greatest movies ever made. It tells so many amazing stories. It's a love letter to New York. It's a love letter to social issues that still plague us to this day. It is Spike Lee's masterpiece, and that is Do the Right Thing.
Nice.
I absolutely adore this movie and think it's really one of the greatest movies ever made. It kind of saddens me. It's only at 93%. It should be 100 without a doubt, but that's personal opinion. But I just think I equate this movie as a fairy tale of urban life that is picture perfect in its depiction. I just think it's beautiful, stunning, and one of the most well-directed things I've ever seen, most well-written things I've ever seen, and I absolutely love it, adore it.
That's wow. Oh, okay.
What's
this happened?
I watched this for the first time in one of my film classes on campus, so it's a good one.
It's.
I mean, I'll be honest. I still haven't watched this movie yet. I know, and a wonderful friend has purchased this for me for Christmas, and it has been sitting here. But me and Christina are trying to find a time we can watch it together. This will be part of my shameless plug for Tony 52-week feature presentation challenge, shot in film representing New York. This is my choice for this. I am going to watch this movie. I've been wanting to watch this movie for a very long time. It just hasn't come up. But this is absolutely what I want. I want to see this.
It's an amazing movie. I saw only bits and pieces of it as a kid growing up.
Yeah, same.
Never saw it in one sitting until I think within this last year. It was the first time I actually sat down and finally saw it. Because I would see 30 minutes here, I would see 20 minutes here. My dad, my brother. There's a lot of classic movies that like my dad and brother watched, and I did it. And then I finally saw it, and it's Ozzie Davis. Hands down, one of the greatest actors of our generation that gets no love.
Yes.
Not enough love.
Yes.
And the back and forth between him and Ruby D. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The movie is great. And Giancarlo Esposito is absolutely
bugging out.
Bugging.
It's crazy how many things I didn't realize that Esposito was in, because like you rewatch Coming to America and he's like in the jail cell with Trading Places.
Yep.
Excuse me, because
Trading Places. Yeah.
Hakeem was never in jail. No, it was Trading Places. And anyways, but yeah, he pops up everywhere.
So I have one of the negative reviews of Do the Right Thing from Murray Kempton from the New York Review of Books.
Stick to books. Right?
Art cannot be art unless its hero has an antagonist worthy of him. Mookie is unfit for the challenge simply because if Sal is not without his flaws, Mookie is without anything else. This is why people shouldn't be allowed the internet, because the people
exactly
like that.
Exactly. Get him out of here.
Well, it's because dickheads like that is what you said, rated 91. What you said
93.
93?
Criminally 93.
Yeah, well.
It's only 1 point less than a few of the other movies we picked.
All right, Do the Right Thing is off the board. Anthony, close out round number 1 for us. What you got?
Hey, Scott, you want me to ruin a perfect first round? Because I got you.
He said,
this movie that I'm about to bring up is number one. I absolutely enjoy it. I love this movie. It is so rewatchable for me. Everything about it is great. It comes up. It tries to help out with like equal rights. It has incredible thoughts. It has the finest girls, and most importantly, it gave us one of the best dances of all time. Because let me see that donkey roll.
Oh my god! Oh no!
I'm trying to get this.
No,
and I'm
he has
having
an
a little bit of
assist.
trouble here.
No fair. He has an assist.
That's right. It's Spark. Never stop. Never stop.
Oh,
This
God.
movie is brilliant. Everything
Yeah.
about it is great. The comedic timing is perfect. I
There
love
goes
this
the first
movie.
round, Scott.
You can hear my review on Digesting Cinema.
Oh.
Number one pick. Let's go.
From the side,
role of-
cameo from
The role
the
of
side.
Alan was played by Anthony.
Okay. Dance sequence
What
by
is
you
happening?
and the Missus was great. The movie, maybe not so much.
Christina, apologies for Anthony being put last to pick. 'Cause I know you're waiting to come in.
She was waiting for that.
Oh, I just texted her when I was next. I was like, "Yo, come down."
Get in here.
Coming to the studio.
Oh, wow.
For this.
Oh, Scott agrees with me.
And the show, we've had the best.
Yeah,
That's it.
little
That's
clip
it.
ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say. There
I gotta
goes
go
the
pick up my
second
notebook.
round.
I shocked people in the silence. You shocked them in the way that I usually shock them. So good job, Anthony.
Seriously.
I had to try. I
What a way to
Good
win
job.
that one,
You got to be a style boy for life. And
Great job.
That's
Anthony.
right.
There you go.
That's right. Wow.
I have never seen this film.
oh my God, watch
I've never
this.
seen it either.
What?
Here's what I meant to watch it. I watched it up like about 20 minutes, but I was really tired that day and I fell asleep, but I never revisited it.
Oh, I mean,
Oh my god.
the music is all either like the songs are actual. Some of the songs are actual bops. Like they are really good and fun to listen to. Some are just.
They are?
Some are not, but they're fun. And what the best part about this is because every time there's like the comedic timing from start to finish is perfect. Tim Meadows is absolutely amazing in this.
Ooh, the
Chris
lady
Red
man,
as
yeah.
the Hunter the Hungry. Everything he does is great. All like just the facial expressions, every little bit and piece of this movie is fantastic. It is a 5-star movie. Agreed by me, Christina, and Aaron. Listen to the Digesting Cinema podcast on this. Just came out.
Do you have the?
Boom.
Nice job with the
Play.
plugs.
There you go.
Good plug.
There it
Good
is.
plug. There it is.
We're not even at the end of the show, and already we're getting in our plugs. It's great.
Shameless orange. Gotta love it.
Shameless plugs, y'all.
Yeah, we try to lift everybody up in this community. We try to prop
Hey.
everyone up. As Tony
Gotta
likes to
do
say,
it.
a rising tide lifts all ships. You know?
Yes.
That's right.
It's true.
And that's going to be live on YouTube forever. So
Yeah.
Yes. you know he's cutting that out. You know.
I
he's
know
cutting-
he is. I'm well aware what's about to happen.
I've already got the GIF.
I was saying, how many GIFs are happening? GIFs. How many GIFs?
He does.
are happening?
GIFs? GIFs?
GIF!
What is it?
GIFs, GIFs, whatever they are.
I just call them GIFs or GIFs. I don't know.
I rewatched this movie for the first time since it came out this week because of Digest Cinema. And I used to have this film as a 1-star rating and had the thing that Andy Samberg was shit in movies apart from Palm Springs. No, this movie's good. This movie is very good.
Oh, now it is. Okay.
Oh, now
No,
it is.
I made the mistake of watching it after binge watching all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Then I sat down to watch it and went, "This isn't
Yeah.
good. Not
Like,
Jake Peralta."
Now you get his
Yeah,
humor.
I needed a break.
They do an interview with Nas and Questlove. Okay, I'm watching
Yeah.
this weekend.
I mean, Nas and Questlove are in it. You got like the cameos in this. Mariah Carey.
Oh, they're insane.
Speaking of cameos, Rue, you will love this. You will not be disappointed. It is so epic good.
I mean, I do kind of like Questlove, so okay.
Oh, so good.
Let's look up that scene.
Ringo Starr.
Tony, did you put up Scott's comment?
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
did.
say. Okay, good. I
Yeah.
want to make sure. I was probably throwing my notebook and laughing.
Well, that was a great first round until the end, but all right.
I still think it's a fantastic first round.
Hey, that's
Speaking
a
of
beautiful
Tony,
first round.
If you could be so kind for those who joined us late, recap how round 1 went down.
Absolutely. All right. So Ryan went first this round. He went with Speed. Peggy went second with For Sunrise. Amaru went third with Micah's and Vinny. Alan went with Do the Right Thing. And Anthony went Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping.
And that brings us right back around to Anthony with his second overall pick. What you thinking?
Okay, well, I'm going to continue because I'm not going to pick movies I'm going to pick movies people know I would enjoy.
Do we get another dance sequence?
No, there's no more dance sequences, sadly.
More dance.
That was
See you then. Bye.
He's out of here.
Good point. I did my thing. You can throw my dance sequence in the poll and I win. Like, it's over. Anyway, this one, I do have to pick this movie because Ryan at some point might take it.
Oh, no.
Because if everyone in this community knows me, they know that I'm a Nicolas Cage fan. And when you get Nicolas Cage going full batshit crazy and then trying to be John Travolta, that's a good movie. Because I'm going with Face Off. It is at a 92%. 92%. This is higher than My Cousin Vinny.
Kind of surprising.
Face Off.
I'll have to look up a different one from him.
Come on now. If you don't know me, you know I don't know what you're doing here thinking I'm not going to take Face Off this list. And Ryan, you're the only one I was worried about, so that's why I had to go.
No, you don't have nothing to worry about because I'll be honest with you right now. I do not have that on my list. So.
What? No,
not there. You like the movie? I have it on special collector's edition Divida, but it's not on this list.
Yeah.
I personally would go with a different Nick Cage movie that is rated above 76%, but for the sake of it possibly being taken by someone on the panel, I will refrain. I'll put it in my honorable mentions if we get there.
Scott, correction. I could eat a peach for hours. You said days. It's hours, Scott. Correction.
It is hours.
For shame.
Ryan just lost Scott's vote if he was going to get it for that comment.
Right.
Okay.
Bring him to me.
That's why they call me the quote master. That's what I'm here
That
for.
is true. He's the quote master.
I've never seen Face Off.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's fun, man.
I've never seen how unbelievably creepy
Just
Steve
check your
Buscemi
brain at
is.
the door and just enjoy it.
So good. It's so much fun.
Turn your brain off and enjoy it.
No, I'm not a big fan of John Travolta as an actor. I like Grease, but anything outside of Grease, I've always been a bit like, yeah.
You don't like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction?
Con Air.
Oh, I was like Con Air. I took Con Air in the last one.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I just mentioned Steve Buscemi. I'm like, he's not in Face Off? Fuck. Anyways, continue. I'm sorry. I just brought the whole show to a
Oh, good.
I looked at Con Air again.
needle scratch.
I looked at
That was
Con
my
Air again
bad.
because I would watch Con Air before Face Off, and I got mad because it's at a 56, and I'm just like, what's going on? But Face Off is a good choice.
I would watch Con Air before Face Off too, which is why it was my second pick in that Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
So.
Show of hands, anyone who's went to find something that they thought would be qualified for this episode, then realized they could have had it in an earlier episode because it was weighted way lower than you thought it would be. Yeah. Pissed me off.
There's a few movies I found.
Rotten Tomatoes is a broken system, but damn it.
Yeah, it is, in a way. In a way, it is.
But when, for example, when The Rock gets 68%, just like, no, there's not a board where it shouldn't be.
Wait, that's at 60. Wait, but The Rock is at 68?
No, it's not. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I was looking at audience score. You're right. It is at 68.
Oh,
audience
my
score is
God,
85.
dude. Yo,
That was the one I would have picked over.
Losers always
Face Off.
whine about their best. My God. Dude, the
My
Rock
God.
is so much fun because of
Drive a
Connery.
Volvo, beige one. Hey.
Connery is so good in The Rock.
Oh, we can go quote for quote on The Rock there.
Let's not. Alan, let's take it on pitch.
Yes, let's keep the ball rolling. Alan's got places to be. Alan, what is your second overall pick?
All right, my second one. Somebody might take this one. This one, seeing in the theater, made me feel like a kid. It still makes me feel like a kid. It is my favorite MCU film. I don't think it's going to get better than this one, and that's Guardians of the Galaxy. I absolutely adore it. I love it. Every character is perfect. It's a perfectly told story, and it makes me feel like a kid every time I see it. And I'll always have those characters in my mind and go to that first movie. No matter the other movies that they come into later, I always go to the first one just because I absolutely think it's a beautiful film and lots of fun and crazy.
An amazing soundtrack as well.
Oh yes,
an amazing soundtrack as well.
Not my number one MCU film, but definitely in my top 10. And one of the ones that every time I go back to it, it's like this is better than last time I saw it. I see why this is people's favorites. And yeah, and I love watching Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel in the booth doing the voice acting.
Yes,
that is hilarious.
yes.
I have yet to watch any of the behind the scenes stuff for it.
It's really cool.
Oh, it's great. It's really cool.
Nice. I'll have to check it out.
This is a great pick. I love this movie. This is a top tier MCU film. And again, like Bruce said, not my top, but this one, like you said, is a lot of fun. It's just entertaining. This is very, very rewatchable. Like if it's on TV, it's like, cool, I'll throw this on. There's good music. It's fun. You get that comedy elements, all that stuff. I just want to know where the real Alan is.
Don't worry, he's coming.
Okay. I'm concerned.
There was like a face-off situation.
Yeah, is this Facebook?
Maybe.
He's a variant.
Anthony,
Alan.
give me your face.
My only qualm with Guardians is like, I mean, I love the movie, but I was like angry when you can probably find the tweet when it happened. The first time I watched this movie, I was angry that it had me bawling my eyes out within the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yep.
That was my only real complaint. I mean, I love having my emotions move to tears and everything, but I'm just like, already?
I'm not expecting it either.
No.
And you didn't expect it. That's the thing that's beautiful. Because you're crying 5 minutes and then you're laughing the next 7 minutes. I mean, it's so great.
The crotch on the levels of like up with the beginning with the yeah, it was on that level. No. But no, excellent pick. I dig it. Guardians Volume 1 to be specific, off the board.
Yeah. Do you want a negative quote from Guardians of the Galaxy? Yeah. From Time magazine, the right division, live action cartoon tone robs the movie of any of its majesty, even of the comic book type, and the many violent death of their suitable gravity.
Okay.
Anyway.
Tony, how come you're only reading the negative quotes
because
after my picks?
Because I like being posh and British, and they're always the most pretentious ones.
That's true. Good point. Well played, sir.
All right, moving on. Rue, what have you got for your second overall?
All right, I'm going to. I think when I went through this, I was like, I'm not going to go through my usuals. I'm going to go through movies that I love, that I rewatch all the time. I think by now it's another TNT classic. And it's one of my favorite action movies ever. And it's I always pair it with another Spielberg film that came out around the same time. They just go hand in hand with me because they're both amazing. But the one I chose was Minority Report. I think this is one of the Spielberg's best films ever. I think it's one of the best action films ever. It's the pacing of it, the concept of it. Usually every movie I have, there is one part of the movie that is like, okay, this is the part it's a little slow. I'm ready to move on. And I think this one has the shortest point where I'm like, all right, let's get it moving. And it's in the beginning of the film when we first see Tom Cruise is hooked on drugs, but then on out, I think every part of this movie is great. Colin Farrell got done dirty. He got done dirty. It was like, oh shit! I love this film to death. I think it's one of Tom Cruise's best.
I have stood next to Colin Farrell on a movie set before. He is just as handsome in real life as he is on screen.
What movie was this for?
Was for, why am I blanking right now? It's
Daredevil.
Huh?
The Recruit.
Phone booth.
Is it Phone Booth? Is it Total Recall?
Liam Neeson. It was directed by what's his nuts who did 12 Years a Slave. I can't think of his name right now.
Widows. What was it?
Steve McQueen. Widows. Yeah, Widows. Yeah.
Widows.
That makes sense.
I don't know why I blanked, but yeah, I was
Viola
on set for a
Davis,
few days.
No.
Liam Neeson bought me pizza. Yay. Anyways, good news.
That is a fun fact about PG that I was not aware of that. So that's
me either.
Oh, here's an even funner fact. When I was on set, like there was like a rain delay, and then like my task after the rain delay was to make sure that anyone without a badge did not make it back to set. Didn't know what Steve McQueen looked like. Almost tried to keep him from his own goddamn set. Didn't do it. But almost. I was so close. I was like, no, that's fucking directed, dude.
Just remember, this is after him winning the Oscar.
I think Steve McQueen ran motor.
Steve McQueen, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And I knew, anyways, that's a whole other story. Continue, guys. Stop.
Good pick, bro. I like it.
I was not aware of this.
I actually just rewatched this, a couple weeks ago for, again, digesting cinema. But yeah, on the rewatch, like I think the first time I was like, oh, it's way sci-fi, and then like I didn't really care. Then a rewatch was like, okay, this actually is really good. They don't go too out of control with the sci-fi because they keep it. It seems futuristic, but still seems modern. I liked it a lot. There's a couple parts that I think, like you said, slowed down a little bit for me, but That's a solid pick. Again, unexpected.
Is it Agnes is the female precog? Am I remembering that?
Yes.
Okay. I always felt bad for them. I'm just like, just because they're blessed doesn't mean they get to be like shackled into this
In a pool of that, yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
I would say that's a good life.
Tony would be happy with that.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm kind of shocked how highly this is rated. I always thought this was a negative. Like this wasn't one that anyone really like. It wasn't critically thing, but it's like 9%. It's the 10th highest one for Spielberg. It's like I'm finding it just. It always felt like that one. It always felt like it was that one where it's just like no one really ever talked about it. No one ever really praised it when it came out. It was just like it was there.
This was the first movie I remember them doing like the whole like moving like screens that like don't exist anywhere and like expanding them. Like that's like become a thing now. Sorry, I'm just stalling. Not really stalling, but I know I'm a nice
Got it, stalling.
All right, so Minority Report's off the board. Let's continue down the road of movies Peggy talks about ad nauseum. All right, so favorite romantic comedy of all time, rated 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, When Harry Met Sally. Should be a shock to absolutely nobody. One of my favorite rom-coms of all time. I made Rue leave the room because she was so shocked by that choice from me. Because, you would never think it. You would never think that would come out of me. But I mean, I don't know what I could say about this movie that I haven't already said. It's fantastic. Have at it, panel.
It's
still haven't seen it.
But you know, it is what it is.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I've gotten him to watch a few, but not everything. He's been a little bit.
But not this one?
No, not yet.
Interesting. All right.
Wait, how did I not know this?
No, she's just messing with you.
Yeah, I was gonna say
she's got to be messing with you. Come on now.
You forget I'm gullible when I'm on the camera. I just read everything and I figure I take it at like face value.
Rue, keep your expectations low, and you may enjoy it more than I did.
It's fine. I'm not a big fan of this movie. Christina, I know, is also not a big fan because she just thinks
that's right.
The most unrealistic thing.
No, it's not Andrew Barr. No, it's not.
Yeah, her thing with like Billy Crystal is not a leading man. I get that. I understand that.
No, it's not. He's not
gotta look past the service, Christina.
The argument is that he's not fuckable. But Meg Ryan would not fuck Billy Crystal.
No, it's not gonna. It just wasn't a thing that was gonna happen.
I mean, the diner sequence is funny, but outside of that, there's really not too much to this movie. Really,
it's a great. It's probably one of Ryan's best films.
Yeah,
I put it on the lower echelon of rom-coms, in my opinion.
It's all right. I love the movie.
I think
I'm happy with it.
But hey, PG loves it to pieces, and we're gonna let her have all that love.
That's right. PG love it.
If you love it, you love it. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Right.
All that matters. Y'all can go fuck yourselves.
Wow. Okay. All right.
In a diner.
I'll have what she's having.
Hey.
Do you want a negative comment?
Sure. Is it from Christina?
Do we really have to read all these negative comments about every single movie that pops up?
I just picked the best ones. Jonathan Rosenbaum from the Chicago Reader.
Oh, God.
Fans of Billy Crystal's amphibian qualities may be amused, but the rest of us have to contend with a slavish Woody Allen imitation. I just like the idea of Billy Crystal as a
Rob
fish now.
Reiner would backhand you if you heard you say that.
He probably would.
Anyways, I like my pick. Moving on. Ryan, what you got to close out round number 2?
Sure. Like I said, I want to go off the reservation. Don't pick a typical Ryan movie. Don't do it. Don't do it. Do something different to end this quadrilogy of ours. Just saying. So I'm going to do this again. I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars for so many different reasons. But there is a sequence in a movie that happens where two people are in a conference room and one person calls out the other person on their bullshit, but he goes back at the supporting character and says, no. They invade entire worlds, we fall back. They come at us every time and we fall back. Not again. The line must be drawn here, this far, no further, and I will make them pay for what they've done. I'm going with Star Trek First Contact, my favorite Star Trek movie, at an amazing and truly believable 92%. This film made me become a Star Trek fan because I grew up on the wars, not the Trek. Okay, I grew up on the wars, not the Trek. But it is true that you can like both and still enjoy your life. So I love Star Wars, but now I'm ready to strap myself in the captain's chair of the USS Enterprise, go on some voyages with a great crew, bunch of people with a great crew, look dead into the camera and say, engage. Make it so. I want to see more Star Trek TNG, the TV series. I cannot wait to go back and watch all 7 seasons of it. I don't care that people say the first 2 or 3 seasons are weak potatoes. I don't care. I'm going to watch all 7 because I love Patrick Stewart, love Captain Picard. He is my favorite captain in the Star Trek franchise up to this point. So, Star Trek First Contact, it celebrates its 25th anniversary this November. I'm going to do a watch along on the Nerd Culture YouTube channel, which you can find online right now. Subscribe, just saying, in November. So there you go. Star Trek First Contact. I want to break the mold, do something different. What say you, panelists?
Is this the one where Picard says resistance is futile? And he says
actually,
it like
Data says this, but yeah.
Is that what I thought it was? Picard. Anyway,
No.
it's
Data
not the one with the whales, right?
No. That's Star Trek 4. This is Star Trek 8. Star Trek 8.
Yeah. There's a
You
reason
had
I
to
don't
say
play
that
IG.
quote, though. You had to say that specific quote that I missed in Collision, and then my mom cursed me out.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
She is a die-hard Jean-Luc Picard fan, and she was yelling at me for like 3 days straight. How did you miss that quote? But anyway,
I was yelling at you too, Rue. I love you. I was yelling at you too, brother. I thought you knew it.
Yeah. This is my favorite. When I say OG, I mean the first 10. This is my favorite OG Star Trek film. I'm up there with them. I think First Contact is one of the best Star Trek films. It is fun. It is dramatic. Alfred Woodard puts Patrick Stewart in his place, as she should. I really like this film. This is a good pick.
Thank you, kind sir.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I watched it once. I mean, I'm just
Oh
Trek isn't my thing. It's not something I'm gonna be into all that often. I watched it. I was like, this is a fun one, but it wasn't on my list. I can promise you that. But if other Star Trek people are saying this one's really good, it kind of worries me to watch it.
92% is no joke.
That's true.
Just saying. It's that good.
And according to a bunch of people in the chat, a solid way to close out round number 2.
True.
So we leave it to Tony for the recap.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll go for round 2 here. So round 2, we start it off with Anthony there with Face Off. Alan went second with Guardians of the Galaxy. Amaru went third with Minority Report. Peggy went when Harry Met Sally because it's Peggy. And Ryan went for First Contact because it's Ryan.
There's no better way to explain those picks, honestly. So, hey, Ryan, be more Ryan with your next pick. What you got?
I'm looking at these. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the comments of Christina. I'm sorry. There's too much here. Garth, you're pointing out some fun facts about the movie. I like that. But anyway, so to go with the whole theme of Ryan going against the grain here, let's see. I'm looking at a few of these, and I'm like, one of the things that Alan pointed out earlier is that movies in your mind that are great depend on rewatchability. Rewatchability, I think, is a huge factor, Alan. I agree with you. So with that, instead of going with this other pick, I'm going to go with one that's a bit more rewatchable than what I would have picked originally. So I'm going to go with this one instead. Here's the thing. The genre of a Western is not for everybody. Not everybody likes Westerns. I get that. But when you put a certain group of people together to be part of this film, and they make this film, they make it so good, it's great. At least in my opinion. I don't know how the rest of the panelists feel. But when you get the best iteration, in my opinion, of Jor-El, Russell Crowe, and you get Batman in the same film, Christian freaking Bale, and then you get I'm forgetting his name, but the guy who's in his posse, I forget his name. But anyway, so 3:10 to Yuma is, in my opinion, one of the best Westerns ever put on film, and James Mangold directed the heck out of this thing. It is so good. It's great. It's badass. You got Russell Crowe playing a bad dude. You got Batman doing his thing, even with a bad leg, and trying to keep his son away from the violence. Played by Logan Lerman, very good young actor.
Very good.
So yeah, 3:10 to Yuma has got an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's one of my top 10, if not top 5, favorite Westerns of all time. So I'm going with 3:10 to Yuma from 2007.
So I haven't seen this one, or it was a remake of a one before,
Yes,
right? Or am I
it's a
thinking-
remake of the
okay.
original.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't thinking True Grit, but that was a remake as well.
It was.
But I will say James Mangold is probably one of the most versatile directors who can direct
Yeah.
basically any genre. He's right up there with Rob Reiner in my
Mm-hmm.
eyes, just because he can do basically anything. He doesn't stick to one genre. He just bounces everywhere, and you gotta respect him for it. But I haven't seen it, so you guys have it.
I also haven't seen this film, so I will take the time to do the thing I never pass up doing and say, fuck that Percy Jackson film.
But Parks is really good. Ooh,
With-
Scott, yeah, I got that.
I thought the Lightning
What's that?
Thief was all right, Rue. I
No,
thought
it's
the
not.
Lightning Thief was all right.
It's not at all. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Back to Contender.
Not at all.
Sorry. If you want a good Logan Lerman movie, look up Perks of Being a Wallflower. There you go.
Hey!
So,
Easy,
that was
easy.
cool.
Peggy
Shush.
Schiff, sorry.
That's all right.
Might be
You guys-
I have seen this.
spoilers.
And this
Yeah,
is a very good movie. Like this is a good pick. I didn't expect this to be the pick, but this is a really good pick.
See?
Like you said, all the actors. Ben Foster might be. Is
Ben
that the one
Foster,
you're
yes,
thinking
Foster.
There
about?
you go.
And also, I mean, Alan Tudyk's in it, so I'm in. That's
That's fair.
come on. But
H2SO
this is one of the better westerns, especially like one of the more modern westerns.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is I didn't expect this from you, but this is a really good pick. Very out of left field. I like your out of left field pick so far. It's good.
Right? Nice.
You're welcome.
It's a weird modern day western where it's a very good one, but if you compare it to some of the classics, it does not hold water. It's one of those ones where it's just like it's good for its time period, but it's just like Russell Crowe's nowhere near a leading man of the classic westerns.
Did Tony just read one of the negative reviews?
No,
You're
no,
like a hater or something, Tony. Did that movie do something to you?
I'm just a hipster.
Wow.
Dude, that's like one of the best westerns. And you just kind of like threw it under a bus. Okay.
Tony's not drafting, so he's just being the negative Nancy up
he's
there in the
just-
corner.
Seriously. He's drinking the
He is.
Haterade tonight, man.
What's in that bottle?
Drinking
Haterade.
some of that Haterade.
All right.
Hey, Rage.
Maybe
No,
it's Andrew Mercado secret.
For all your
he
hating
was
me?
drinking on the FCL match. God.
So good.
Fine. It does the job. I would say personally the 57 version is probably better of the two, but
Okay. I haven't seen the original, so I can understand that.
Hmm.
I haven't seen the original.
yeah. All right. Go on, Peggy.
My turn?
We go to third round.
Let's go
All
with
right.
Peggy this time.
Apologies in advance because I cannot sing, but Ryan, if you know the words, sing it with me. We're the members of the All-American League.
We
Come
play
from
from
That's no
City,
word.
near and far.
Yeah, the delay's just not going to work out. I'm going
Yeah,
with
it's not.
another
Sorry.
chalk pick for my movie viewing aesthetic. I am taking A League of Their Own, one of my favorite sports movies
Yep.
of all time.
Deservedly
Wanted to
so.
be Gina Davis when I was a kid.
Donnie Henson, the Queen of Diamonds.
Didn't quite make it there, but you know,
You can
it's
still
not
you
all
can still do it. You can
Yeah.
still
You're the Queen of
do it.
Diamonds. That's what I'm calling you.
But no, excellent movie. Penny Marshall directed the hell out of it.
Yes, she did.
One of my favorite Tom Hanks roles. Like it's definitely top 5 for sure, if not
Yep.
top 3. It's probably top 3.
100%.
But great movie. You laugh, you cry. Like
Mhm.
it's except for that one shot with the fucking American flag. It still like irks me. But anyways, still yes. Bring it up every time. But yes, I am taking for my third overall pick. I am taking A League of Their Own, which is rated at 84%. Tomato meter is 79. Tomato meter is 79. It just barely made the cut for this episode, but it's a shame because it's much better than it's rated.
To me, that number is too low. That's number one.
Yes.
Number two, this was actually on my list, Peggy. This was actually on my list, so I'm glad you took it away from me. So, but yeah, no, seriously. This is one of the all-time greats. We talked about this on an episode, I believe, of Digesting Cinema, if I'm not mistaken, with Aaron and Christina. So that was fun. So yeah,
Bring it up
check
again,
that
Tony.
episode.
Bring it up
Check
again.
that out on Digesting Cinema. Plug.
Please,
By the way,
please keep mentioning they have to pay me.
I wanted
every
to
time I
time
mention
it where I went like this. And
yeah,
like it came
and Peggy, remember that prayer at the very end? I just want to thank you for that waitress in South Bend. You know who she is.
No, she is. She kept calling your name.
I mean, if you're not laughing hysterically at that sequence, I don't know what you will laugh at, because that is
Killing me, Alice.
It's
Goddamn
it's
killing
so comedic. It's so much good comedy. It hurts. So yeah, this is a great pick, great film. What do you guys think?
I concur. I think this is a great pick. I really enjoy this movie. This was one of those movies I watched bits and pieces of for a very long time. Like it was on. I was like, I'll watch a little bit, but I kind of caught in the middle. I kind of faded in and out. So obviously for digesting cinema, I watched all these movies as well. I watched it and I was like, this movie is very good. It's a lot of fun. There's good comedy, but there's good heart. Like a lot of it, the good sister back and forth. Like the movie had a lot of really good stuff going for it. And I really wound up enjoying it. So this is a great pick. Yes, it is very chalk for Peggy, but I had a different one written down, which I'm going to keep on my board in case it comes up in the next two. But this is an excellent movie.
100% a Peggy pick. I just always remember watching it and feeling so bad for Lori Petty.
Yeah.
Entire film. Even when she won, I was just like, this isn't 100% the win you want. But love the film.
This is our daughter, Dottie. This is our other daughter, Dottie's sister. Should have just had you and bought a dog.
Well, yeah. Oh God. What is it? What is it? Yeah, but what? Fields, tryouts, play. That's it.
That's
Get
it. Get lost.
I hate when they get
attached to me like that.
God, love John Lovitz. That was one of his first gigs too.
Give the wife a little pickle tickle, and I'll be on my way.
I'll see ya.
Took me when I was a child. Took me a little bit to understand what he was talking about with that one.
Yep.
But that's just
I didn't
very
understand it either for the longest time.
Anywho, all right. So I get a League of Their Own. Very happy about that. Rue, I am intrigued. What is coming up next on your squad?
It's gonna be a little more chalk for me. I'm finally going comic book. But I am going my favorite X-Men film with one of the let me correct all that. The best opening scene in a comic book film that I can remember. Nightcrawler, his introduction is epic as shit. X2, X-Men United is I go back and forth whether or not I want to say it's the best X-Men film, even though it's also my favorite. It's so damn good. And one of the main reasons outside of Nightcrawler's opening is because if you have a great villain, then your movie is so much better. And this is a villain that isn't a superhero. And Brian Cox is so fucking awesome.
Yeah, he is.
This entire film.
He's a nasty son of a bitch.
I consider it my favorite. I consider it the best X-Men film.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant.
So
love this movie to death. And Berserker Wolverine, before we could see an R-rated Berserker Wolverine, that is also another amazing scene when they try to go to the mansion. I have one issue with the film. One issue, especially the first time I saw it. Colossus is one of my favorite X-Men characters. And when Wolverine said, go help them, and you don't see him in the rest of the film, I am pissed. Still but anyway, X-Men United.
Good film.
Yeah, you definitely got the support of the chat right now.
I mean, Rue. It's not my favorite X-Men film, but it is in my top 2 or 3 of X-Men movies. So I'm with you. It's not my personal favorite, but it's up there for sure. It's a great pick. I'm not going to shame you for it.
You could say it. It's the best X-Men film. It's absolutely everything you wanted in the X-Men films. And it added. It's not been topped, in my opinion, at all. As far as putting everybody front and center, you loving all the characters, you loving the storyline, and yeah, Brian Cox, as Stryker is one of the best villains ever.
I like Days of Future Past.
That's the one that's like this, but I just have a fondness for X2.
That's my personal favorite right there.
I haven't seen Logan yet, so I have no idea about that.
Wow. Ooh, interesting.
I'm with
Peggy. Weird blank spot.
Days of Future Past I put a little bit above X2, but they're both X2 is still very good. Like you said, the Nightcrawler scene's incredible. That's awesome. And the movie really just is a sequel that outdoes the original by pretty good.
Leaps and bounds.
So that's a good pick. I was waiting for your first comic book one. I didn't know what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a different one, but this is a great pick.
It's also a testament to the rule that the second superhero film is always the best one. Spider-Man 2, X-Men 2, Captain America 2, Guardians of the
Empire
Galaxy
Strikes
2.
Back.
What was that last one you said?
Try that again. Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think is what he said.
Excuse me? A baking powder? Did you just say ASM 2, that piece of garbage? No.
Shh, Tony.
Man, that movie is trash, dude.
Not good.
ASM 2 is trash. We all know
Yikes!
it is. It's trash.
No one heard
It's
that.
hot
me
garbage,
saying the Guardians
what
of
it
the
is.
Galaxy 2 is better
Let's
than
keep it that way.
Yikes!
Yikes!
Not Guardians. Guardians Volume 2 is also not very good.
God.
Volume 2, I don't like Volume 2. It's okay. It's not bad. It's just anyway.
It's okay. You'll be forgiven.
Thank you, Tyler. All right. Well, since you're forgiving me, why don't you go ahead and with your third round?
All right. This movie, it's gonna be another unexpected one. But it's a 95%. And it's absolutely nice, Garth. No, but I absolutely love this movie. I'm not a fan of musicals. I'm not a real big fan of animated films, but this one hit every sweet spot for me. And it introduced a lot of the world to Polynesian culture, which a lot of people have no idea all the amazing aspects of Polynesian culture, because it's blended about 7 different Polynesian cultures together and made one of the most memorable, I think, one of the most perfect animated films ever, and that is Moana. I absolutely love, and the songs are all beautiful, incredible, and they tell the story rather than to just be, hey, here's a musical number, here's a song real quick. They tell this beautiful story that so many people don't know about the glory of voyaging in Polynesian culture. And I absolutely think it's one of the most well-directed and written and doesn't overstay its welcome. It's absolutely perfect, and I absolutely love it. So, Moana, that's mine.
All right.
I still haven't seen Moana, so I'm gonna hide.
Oh, shit!
He's gone. He's gone anyway. Sorry. Oh, wait. A few people have left the studio. Okay.
What?
A few people are leaving the studio.
This is one of those. This is one of those movies I've seen once. I watched it once, and I'm gonna watch.
You don't kids. I'm
gonna watch all the movies like one time just to see it, and I really did enjoy it. I thought it was very good. The songs are all very good. Again, I'm just gonna throw out Alan Tudyk is also in this. So again, my boy,
that's true.
I'm gonna watch it, even though he's just a chicken. That's fine. But
the chicken.
I do enjoy it. It's really good. A lot of really good music in this. At first, for animated, and it's like high ranked. It's like how much is South Park the music? How much does South Park have on the Rotten Tomatoes? It can't be that. No, this is a good pick. Like it is a really good, nice movie, and like you said, learning a little bit about a culture that maybe a lot of people aren't so familiar with, it kind of gives a nice idea to it. So that's who are you?
I don't know.
Don't worry, I'm coming.
Please do. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Alan Tudyk is the best chicken that ever chickened, and can't say anything otherwise. It's a great film. I think I've seen it once, like regularly, and then I made sure to use it as a movie night for one of the celebrations for my kids who got honor roll and some shit.
Nice.
So I've seen it more than once. It's always great. The entire movie is beautiful. So very, very good.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When you were describing it, I thought you were going for another film, which I would take that. This is fine, and weirdly, it has the best embodiment of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in cinema, even though it's an animated version of himself. But
it does.
Just has the best encapsulation of him, and Peggy is still hiding off screen.
She's hiding off screen.
Still am.
It's all right, Peggy.
Alan,
we love you.
Alan,
we love you.
Upset. The only thing I know from Moana is what can I say except you're welcome. I've never seen it.
Oh my God!
Never
Two of you?
See it.
Two of you.
I've
Never
been
saw one.
spending the past like year or so trying to get caught up on all like the shit I haven't seen for like way back in the day, which is why I'm not that great at new releases, as we found out a couple weeks ago.
Oh, Peggy!
Yeah.
Anyways,
Peggy!
not that I'm bitter or anything. But
Not at all.
okay.
Garth,
Not
you're
at all.
right. You are right, Garth.
Not bitter. I'm not a bitter.
A rooster is not a chicken. No, actually, he's not right. A rooster is a male chicken. So yes, a rooster is a chicken.
You're wrong.
A hen is a
You're
female
wrong.
chicken.
I mean, I'm done with Alan this because he's got a lot of animals, so I'm going to imagine he knows this.
I raise chickens. I know.
He's got llamas too.
Chickens are evil.
All right, Moana's off the board. Anthony, to you to close out round number 3.
Okay, I'll do what I guess would be a chalk pick for me. This is a movie that I haven't talked about in a while because it doesn't come up that often, but I really enjoy this movie. This is one of those movies that for me is like a comfort movie. If I'm having a bad day, I will throw this movie on because it makes me laugh. It is insanely quotable. I can literally quote the entire thing. And nope, wrong way. I have a poster of it right there. It's the Big Lebowski. I love this movie. This movie entertains me to no end. It has good comedy. All of the actors are very good in it. John Goodman is nuts, but great in it the whole time. And you get like a weird plot that just works with a Coen Brothers movie. So this is one of those, for me, I've been waiting for this to be put on here because I'm going with stuff that I love myself. So Big Lebowski for me needs to go on here. Yeah, Bart does know me way too well. It's scary.
I have to say, I cannot think of a role that John Goodman hasn't knocked out of the park. That be it big or small in any movie that I've seen. What? Oh,
B movie. B movie would be
no. How dare you, sir? He's the only. Him as the lawyer is the only good part of that film.
Maybe.
the lawyer, okay, and Oprah's the judge. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to the scene in my head. It's been a while.
Time traveling.
He's
you also. Anyways,
I like how you stated.
I just spit all over myself. We're talking about the Big Lebowski. Continue.
I finally.
I like what you said. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna finish it off. I finally saw the Big Lebowski this year.
Do it.
It is all kinds of weird. It is very funny.
Yeah, it is.
Though while I was watching it, I had to watch it to debate against it, so I was looking for all the bad shit in it. So I'm gonna have to watch it again with just a clear vision. I will just say, justice for fucking Ted, Steve Buscemi. Fuck what they did to him in that.
Right?
Yeah.
So wrong.
Right?
Pissed me off. Anyway.
I like what you said, comfort movie, because this is a very comfort movie. It's one of those you can just put on, watch it. You're gonna laugh. It's great. And I cried laughing. My favorite scene, that is not a lot of other people's favorite scene, is when they throw that damn ferret in the bathtub. Because what's with the marmot? Oh my god, I cried to death. I love that so.
Nice marmot.
Jeez, man.
Love it. Love it.
I've seen this movie. It's it's weird, like Rue said. It's got all kinds of weird written all over it. I don't get the obsession. I don't get the fanship that this thing has. I will never understand it. And that's okay. That's okay. I saw the movie. I can cross it off my to-do list. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to watch it ever again. But hey, you had a few comedic moments here and there. But that's about it. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Other than that, I don't have much else to say about this movie. So, Rue, I agree with you. It's 50 Shades of Weird, and I don't feel like watching it again. So there you go.
That was a good one, Ryan, in the chat.
You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. I hope the comment section loves my quoting.
If
nothing else.
The only issue I have with the Big Lebowski is ruined Jeff Bridges for me.
He does. Yeah.
Yeah, every movie now, he's just the dude playing X.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like,
some of his movies, he's playing the same
Stick
character.
It. You see him as a gymnastics coach.
Yeah, that is a
he pulls
funny
it off.
movie. Yeah, that's a funny movie. Stick It is fun. That's a funny movie.
Oh, let me check the Rotten Tomatoes on Stick It real quick.
Stick It is.
I don't think it's
funny,
that high.
man. It's funny. I don't. By the way, Paige, do you know the actress's name? The actress's name.
Haley Peregrine, Missy Peregrine,
Missy Peregrine. Thank you. Yeah, she was on Rookie Blue. She's on FBI on CBS right now. She's killing it. Even though I don't watch the show.
I just wish I had her abs.
I think
Stick It, you'll understand.
She's a great actress.
She's
That's
got
all I'm
amazing
gonna say.
abs.
I don't want to say anything more than she's a really good actress, and I wish her well in her future endeavors.
All right, and with that well-wishing, we will close out round number 3 and move over to Tony to recap for those who need it. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So for the third round, Ryan went first this round. He went with 310 to Uber. Peggy went second with A League of Their Own. Amaru went second with X2. Alan went third with Moana, and Anthony went with the Big Lebowski.
We've got 5.
With Scott Pilgrim vs. the World for his next pick, so he can just show off his posters.
I can scroll up and do a bond. I got other options, but my next pick, I don't have a poster for this movie. I actually just started. I just kind of got into this actress very recently. We started watching a couple movies, and I became a huge fan. I watched as many of her movies as I possibly can, and I was between two of her movies to go with. And the one I went with just simply, I absolutely love this movie the first time I saw it. I thought it was fantastic. And Audrey Hepburn in Charade is wow. I love this movie. I was between this and one other one with her, but Audrey Hepburn, I've been starting to watch like her entire catalog, and this was one that I just, the first time I saw it, I was like, yep, I'm a fan of Audrey. I'm going to watch all her movies. This is great. I see why she's known as one of like the best actresses of all time. So I'm going with Charade. Probably my favorite one of hers. There you go.
What was the other one, Anthony? You said you were torn between two.
Well, someone might want to take the next one because it's also up there. So
or he might want to put it in his honorable mentions. You know,
it will definitely be an honorable mention. Let me write that down so I don't forget.
Mention it to me later because I'm curious to hear what your other pick
will. It is honorable mentions.
It's honorable mentions.
We'll get to it later.
Okay, here's my thing about Charade. I'm gonna let everyone talk about the movie in a second, but there is a movie out there, and it is a rom-com, and there's a scene where someone is watching the very end of Charade on a TV, and then they turn it off, and then it goes into a different scene or something. I cannot remember for the life of me what movie was watching Charade in the movie. If you guys know, I will forever love you and adore you. If you can be like, yes, that was it, that'd be great. The whole part. Did you say Marriage License? Oh, I love you, Peter Allen, whatever the fuck his names were and everything. Yeah, it's in some other movie. And it drives me nuts that I can't pinpoint it. Anyways, you guys talk about the movie. Go ahead.
I've never seen it.
One, check the private chat.
I saw that. Yeah, I just saw that. Good call.
What?
Two, I watched it because of digesting cinema. And this movie is great. I also watched it because that was the second movie I'd ever seen with Cary Grant in it. I'd watched North by Northwest for the first time not too long before it. So I was like, let me go watch it. And for me, it's Cary Grant. It's Cary Grant. Watching him in that movie, it's just like I see why he is such a like you and Audrey. It's me with Cary Grant. I was like, that dude is so damn charismatic.
He's good.
So the two of them together.
Cary Grant is
the
great.
fact you have James Coburn and Walter Matthau in this film, and it's just twisting. It's like I get the same feeling I get when I watch Clue. Just twists and turns and fun and just an ensemble of people that you just love to watch if you enjoy fun.
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy Clue or this movie, you don't enjoy fun. Yes, I'm talking about you two specifically, but I'll leave that at that.
I guess I gotta watch it then.
Nice.
It often gets called the most Hitchcockian film to never be directed by Hitchcock. And
really? Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Makes sense.
By
it works
who?
so wonderful.
The guy from whatever the negative Rotten Tomatoes things are you reading?
The guy from Time Magazine or something. I don't know.
Let's have a look. All right.
Oh no! Don't Google it.
There we go.
Here's my thing.
Don't do it.
Did Walter Matthau ever look young?
No.
Ever?
I don't know.
No, ever.
I've seen
Ever.
a lot of movies with him in it recently, and he
He looks
always
the
looks
same.
Him and Morgan Freeman were both born 50 years old.
Born
Yes.
old.
They must have. They were.
That's a good point, Rue.
And
It's
Paul
true.
Rudd was born like 28 and just
Morgan
stayed
Freeman
there.
hasn't aged in
Has
like
stayed
3
there.
years. It's crazy.
We're 32. I'll give him
Oh.
we're 32. He's just eternally 32.
Nice.
All right, here we are. Do you want a negative quote from the time from Bosley Crowther from the New York Times?
His name is Bosley.
His name is Bosley.
Right?
already.
I tell you this. This light-hearted picture is full of such gruesome violence. Negative review. Welcome to the 60s.
True.
Right?
Violence.
Jeez.
Holy
Ray
crap!
has
hell?
violence in it. Okay.
Also, there's one from Time staff of just like,
Oh, stop it.
what is going on is sort of confused. Yes, it's a mystery. That's how mysteries work. You're meant
That's
to
how
be
mysteries
confused.
work.
You watch and you learn all the rules, the clues. In the end, you find out what happened. Yeah, people are idiots.
All right. So Charade goes on to Anthony's squad. Alan, I know you're up against a hard out. Do you want to take both your picks so you can make them and then peace out?
Is that okay? Give him
I
two
think we
and
can all
then
agree that he's probably
a
not
jump?
going to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He's
fine.
probably not going to take any.
pretty
I'll
much.
allow it.
No, I'm not taking anybody's.
Is Alan
So-
back?
One
Is
Alan
Alan
takes
back?
over.
Well, we'll see. Well, we're about to find out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no.
I mean, the real
Okay,
Alan,
good.
not-
All right,
not the
I think
real.
I'm back. So, both of my movies come from Japan.
Oh.
Okay. One has an 82% and the other has a 93%. The 82% is a horror film that starts as kind of a rom-com but turns very, very not.
Squid Game.
It is one of my favorite directors, Takashi Miike, who is, I think, a master of cinema, one of the greatest directors ever, and particularly Japanese cinema. And that is the movie Audition.
Oh,
it is an amazing film. I absolutely love it, and it makes you squirm and freak out uncontrollably. It is the most tense film I've ever seen. I absolutely love it.
Sounds like a hoot.
And it made Anthony squirm just right there.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's a
Never heard of
move.
it.
This is a good movie. Like you're right. It does make you squirm. There are parts of this movie that are like, oh, this is where all these like gore porn movies got a little bit of their stuff from later on. But the movie itself is very good. It's an interesting plot. It's very creative. I enjoy it. It was not going to be on my list. And Peggy will hate this with a fiery passion.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
This is a little more your realm. But I do enjoy this movie. I actually have it right there. But I like it.
Nice.
Wait, you have DVDs behind you? I didn't know.
Well, Audition.
Maybe. Here's an audition in about 5 minutes.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar, unfortunately.
Nope.
No idea what this is. Yourself a favor if you want to freak out uncontrollably. Especially Peggy. Actually, Peggy, don't watch it. Don't ever watch this movie. Yeah, don't ever watch this movie.
Maybe when I create a Patreon, and then I have to be forcibly made to watch all these horror movies.
I like that, Ryan. You're right. When it turns, it turns.
Turns hard.
Hard.
Okay, hairpin turn.
Oh yeah.
I have seen
quick turn
movie, and I think Bar said it best. It's just like, yeah, I've seen one film scene from this. Never gonna watch it. Like I've seen what I need to see from this. It's gone for life.
Yeah.
It's he's very much like the old, like the forefather of the movies, like Old Boy and all them. So,
yeah.
Oh
yeah. All right. So my next one is equally as bleak, but got turned in the subsequent sequels, got turned into something completely different. I think it's one of the greatest films of all time, especially with the social commentary on weapons and war and the decimation of a culture, the decimation of the effects of nuclear war. And that is the original 1954 Godzilla. It is a beautifully haunting film, and it is in no way funny or cheesy monster fighting. It's absolutely devastating to watch, and it's one that I could rewatch and still feel that trauma in the movie. It's really fantastic, and I absolutely love it. And one of the big reasons I hated the 2014 one so much, because I wanted a return of Godzilla to that allegory of weapons and humanity's just need to destroy instead of create, and kind of nature coming back and having its vengeance on the decimation of humanity and the world. So I love the original 1954 Godzilla, and it's beautiful and great. Gojira.
Never seen it.
Yeah,
I gotta watch this. I see it.
Over 3.
Yeah, this is more in your realm.
Wait,
next
Tony, what are you pointing to? What are you pointing to, Tony?
I don't think you can see because of the light, but there's a Godzilla poster there.
He's got the poster in the back.
Wow.
He's got the poster.
I've been working my way through them just because it's like, oh, I remember when I was a kid watching the '98 one, going, "Oh, that's fun." I was like, it's fucking terrible. Then I went,
fun, but no.
It was fun at the time when he's 6 and Jurassic Park was scary. This is good,
right?
But I rewatched it and went, "This is fucking terrible. I need to watch the original just to see how bad they made it." And it's just like, oh, like this is some of the most impressive work you'll ever see. Just the insanity of just like how do like this is the 50s and they've done this. Like how just no, this is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Japanese version, not the American Raymond Burr inside that. No. The original Japanese film, Ishiro Honda. Oh, fantastic film. All right, with that, I got to run. I got to take a hard out because I got to go pick up my kids. But I love y'all. I wish I could stay and talk about the rest of your picks, but I love everybody. And aloha, mahalo. See you later.
Buddy.
And I'm rooting for everybody.
Love you.
All right, we'll do.
Thanks for being with us, man.
We'll do. Bye, guys.
Look forward to hearing his reactions to our
Intergalactic,
picks later on.
planetary, intergalactic.
Godzilla, Kaiju.
I don't know why that song is in your head, but it's a great song.
Yeah.
Well, because there's like Godzilla scenes in the video.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So the closest I've been to a Godzilla movie. Not to give everyone else out there ammo on me. That's all right. That'll be remedied before next season. Anyway,
There you go.
continue. Let's continue on. All right, Rue, you're up. Fourth pick. What you got?
All right, so this is going to be my most out there pick. I don't know why. While I was trying to figure movies today, that this one just kept yelling at me. I'm going a musical, and a year after some movie that got nominated for Oscars when it really didn't need to, because this one is so much better. My man's got snubbed for an Oscar nomination when Rami Malek actually won for no reason, and Taron Egerton didn't even get fucking nominated. Rocket Man.
Oh,
Rocket Man is a great fucking film. Because it's a musical that is not a musical. It's just a Elton John concert that goes seamlessly into the story. I definitely was on an Elton John kick for a good couple months after I watched this film, and a Taron Egerton kick as well. Him, Richard Madden, Tom Hollander, not Tom Hollander. I'm thinking, was it Tom Hollander? No, Aidan Gillen, whoever, everybody in this film. I am now mixing Bohemian Rhapsody, fucking Rocket Man.
That's all right.
In certain
Richard
scenes.
Madden.
Richard Madden definitely in the film. And it's a look into a life that you didn't know was that crazy and bleak. But I've never seen any type of music film make the music the story. And it's legit just Elton John singing his songs, but it fit with every single scene. I think Rocket Man should have gotten way more love award season than it did. And if you're ever wondering between this or Bohemian Rhapsody, it is 100% this.
100%.
I'll add it to the list.
So I know that rose trees never grow in New York City, but because I watched Bohemian Rhapsody and I was kind of like, I didn't know that this was. I figured like it's gonna be kind of like that. So I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
I have not.
I haven't seen it yet either.
This movie is brilliant. Clint, hi, buddy.
Hi, Clint.
I love this movie. I've always enjoyed Elton John's music, and then Moulin Rouge kind of gave me another step up when hearing your song and all that. I like that. Moulin Rouge is great. All right, I'm not. That's not the point. We'll have this battle for another day. But then, Sing, when you hear Taron Egerton sing "I'm Still Standing" before Rocket Man even came out, it's like, man, he's really good, and he kills this song. And then Rocket Man came out. I was like, I have to see this now. And like Bruce said, it's really well done. How, unlike Bohemian Rhapsody, the music actually matters to the plot of the movie. Like, "I'm Still Standing" is brought up as he's at the end of the movie. It's a perfect scene for it. Every single time they use Elton John's music, it is done brilliantly. It's a little similar to like what Across the Universe did with Beatles songs, but this is better. It's done better. And Taron Egerton, I mean, he crushes this role, and he sings every song himself. It's not like they're dubbing him. He sings every single one, unlike Rami Malek in Bohemian Rhapsody, and somehow he won, and Taron Egerton didn't. That is ridiculous. Hashtag
Didn't even get nominated.
Ridiculous.
Jamie Bell was great too. That's who I was looking for. Jamie
Bell from Jumper. Okay.
Yes.
You know what, Rue? Before Brooklyn, I will watch this movie. How about that?
Yay!
Hey,
there you go. Something to do before the big event.
Dexter Fletcher might be.
I'm just gonna squeeze it in.
Dexter Fletcher might be one of the best musical directors of all time. If you, Sunshine on Leaf is one of those. Is a movie that's really impossible to find in the States, and sadly, one of the lead actors in it got done for something that dodgy. So sadly, it's not one that's going to be brought up much anymore. But Dexter Fletcher as a director is incredible with the way that he's able to work with music and scenes. It's just so perfection, and I love Rocket Man so much, and it just makes such a wonderful story out of a guy that's just like, you've lived 20 lives somehow in your 50 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And just quickly, the worst review I've ever seen in my life. Mick LaSalle from San Francisco Chronicle.
No,
really?
He's not good in most reviews anyway.
On the basis of Rocket Man, You'd think Elton John never had a moment of fun.
Pretty
I'm
sure
sorry,
he
what?
has.
What?
This space is needed.
Doesn't he
now.
host like the most epic parties in all of Britain?
I mean,
Yeah. It also is a fantastical movie of just a wonderful color and just sound and experiences, and it's just like, what the fuck was he watching? Yeah, there's some sad moments in it, but there's also some of the most fantastical fun ever. The scene of Saturday Night All Right for Fighting is one of the best musical scenes ever.
That was so good. Yeah.
And Wednesday Night is All Right for Fighting, and Kingsman: The Golden Circle was also a pretty damn good scene.
Yeah.
Ooh, I am jealous, Bar. I actually looked up. I'm not gonna lie.
Kingsman 1's better than Kingsman 2, but whatever.
And Bar, I appreciate the trying. That was not the movie that I was referring to. It's a rom-com somewhere that you probably wouldn't know, but I'd say. My turn, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, to continue with the tradition of movies that Peggy talks about ad nauseum, I'm just going to pick another one of those. This is a movie that both me and those of you in the families are familiar with, Caleb Boatman, are obsessed with. This is a movie that is set in the afterlife, where you like, if you die, you go to this place called Judgment City. And when you're at Judgment City, you're put up in a hotel and you basically kind of put on trial for your life to see if you've overcome fear in your life. Whoa. And the great thing about Judgment City is any restaurant, anywhere you go, like the food you get is the best you've ever had, and you can eat as much of it as you want and you don't gain an ounce. I want to live in Judgment City. I am taking the fantastic movie that stars Meryl Streep and stars and directed by Albert Brooks. I'm taking Defending Your Life. Yes. Another one, because you guys have never heard me talk about this movie ever.
No,
it never comes up.
I don't think I've ever heard of this.
Wait, what?
You must have heard of this because you've heard Peggy talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if I've heard about her yapping about defending your life. I'm sorry, I must have missed that conversation. But
that's fine. Put it on your queue. Put it in your to-do list.
All right.
Defending Your Life is one of those movies that has had a stamp in my life because ever since I've seen it, at least once every couple months, I think about what am I going to do when I'm sitting in front of the judges and this thing that happened in my life plays back.
Yep.
I always think, am I going to be able to like look at this and defend myself on this? Consistently ever since I've seen it randomly in the 90s. This is a great film. It is amazing, and it's a thinker about it's a huge thinker that I think about it every day, at least once every 2 months. So for 20 some odd years.
Yeah, no, me too. Like, I will sit there and like if something happens, I'm like, okay, can I be able to defend that? Or should it be like come to Judgment City or whatever? And and the messed up thing about it is it was one of my brother's favorite movies, and like, I watched it like the night before I found out that he had passed away, and I hope that, I mean, honestly, I think if it were, I just hope he got to enjoy the food that you can eat as much as you want, not get announced. Pretty sure his ass would be sent back to Earth, not to spoil like the different things that could happen. But if you've never seen this movie, please go see this movie. It's fantastic. And I obviously can't stop talking about it. So
I promise you it's in my
queue. Someone just dropped in the chat. Someone just dropped in the comments. It's on Criterion. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, and Criterion's having another Blu-ray sale. I might want to pick it up.
I have it somewhere, and the Criterion version. Oh, it's on the wall.
Criterion version. Then.
You've talked about. I was able to get to the Before Sunset trilogy because you talked about a lot. There's other movies. This one is just I haven't been able to find, but I definitely plan on watching it.
I can add it to my list.
Yeah, just the comedy chops of Albert Brooks just alone should attract you to this movie. If you're not familiar with how hilarious he is, check out his, catalog.
Yeah, I have. If I was drafting this, I would have had an Albert Brooks in my top 5.
Okay.
But you're going broadcast news though.
Yeah, I would have.
But anyways, I'm excited. I love my squad so far. Ryan, what are you going to add to your squad to make you love yours even more?
Well, let's see here. Well, someone brought up this actor earlier, and I thought I was going to go with one of their picks, but then I thought, you know what? Nah. So we're going to talk about something that stars an actor of their time that was great, did a great job in this film. I think the supporting cast in this movie it's a murderer's row of just some of the greatest actors and actresses in history and of their time. And if Ryan is going to pick any movie that's rated at 100%, you would think that I would go with a certain film, but no. I'm going to pull the rug from right underneath you because when I got a statue of this in my room to prove it, even though it's off camera, but still. Two people are having a conversation at the tail end of this movie. Yeah, the fur baby knows what I'm talking about. So, whoever the fur baby is, thanks for coming into the studio. But I will say this. When you have two people talking about this at the very end of the movie asking, what exactly is this? And he looks at his friend and he says, it's the stuff that dreams are made of. I'm going with Humphrey Bogart, Mary Astor, Sidney Greenstreet, Peter Lorre, galore. I'm going with the Maltese Falcon from 1941 that is rated at 100%. It's the cream that rises to the top. Yeah. So this is one of the best film noirs I've ever seen in my life. This is one of the best original, like OG black and white movies I've ever seen, period. And because Kurt Kawakowski, the consigliere, picked up Casablanca from last week, I didn't want to pick Casablanca. No. I want to go against. I'm going to do something different that's going to shock people, to put people on the edge of their seats. And I think the Maltese Falcon of 1941 will do that. So if you have not seen the Maltese Falcon and realize that it is the stuff that dreams are made of, I implore you to watch this movie, learn your film history, because unless we respect the past, we cannot embrace the future.
Haven't seen it. I've seen this a bunch.
Because no one's ever heard of it except me and like two other people.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it. Are you kidding?
No,
I think I saw the first 15 minutes of it in a college class and then never went back.
Well, you need to watch the other hour and 35 minutes of that movie, son, because it's that damn good.
Son.
Yeah.
Seriously.
This is a very good movie. I've seen it once, maybe twice, maybe once in like a half, like where I watched half of it the first time, then I finally made it all the way through. But I did enjoy it. Like you said, it's really good noir. It's a great classic. And I mean, 100% makes sense. This is a great pick. It is a great movie. But it was so long ago that I watched it. Probably due for a rewatch at some point, just since I've been moving my way through some classic films. It would be a good one to add to that list. But from what I remember watching, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I remember watching it years ago. I'm like, it's good. I need to rewatch it, like, and give it more time of day, just like being able. But I just remember it being fine of what it was. I also just love that the writer of this, Dashiell Hammett, has 4 films on Rotten Tomato. 2 of them at 100%. One of them's at 98%, and one of them's at 25%. Just
interesting.
It happens.
Shame.
And it's weird that it's just like one of them's. So you got the Thin Man from 1934, after the Thin Man 1936, the Maltese Falcon 1941, then the House on Turk Street from 2002.
What? Wait, what?
Wow.
How does that work?
I don't know, but it looks like it stars Mila Djokovic and Samuel L. Jackson. So Samuel L. Jackson was in a film written by the guy that wrote The Thin Man and the Maltese Falcon.
So it stars
Samuel
Alice
Jackson
and
has
Nick
been in
Fury in the
every
same
movie
movie?
ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It should be 6 degrees of Samuel L. Jackson, because I think
Maybe.
there's
That's
more
too easy.
connection.
There's only 2 in
That's
for everyone.
fair. Like, that's
I was
fair.
about to say yes.
It's too
Yeah,
easy.
Samuel L.
Makes it
Jackson
too
is the 1
easy.
degrees.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. End of round number 4, plus Alan's pick for round 5, whatever we want to call it. But Tony, over to you to the recap one more time.
Absolutely. If I didn't forget to write in Defending Your Life, give me 2 seconds.
Banter. Figure out things to say. There's a dog.
Look at the fur baby on camera 3.
Yes, this is the first time I'm seeing the pupperoo.
Yeah,
Banner.
what's the dog's name, Rue?
Banner.
Banner. Okay. Like
Oh.
Bruce Banner, like
Love
the
it.
Hulk?
No, like the banner you put up in a fucking like hallway to say happy
I'm just
birthday. No.
confirming. I'm just confirming with Rue.
Yes.
Dude,
it's
that
the
is,
Banner.
that is a cool looking fur baby. I'll give you credit, man.
Clint,
That's-
come here. You need to be part of the
I'm so
Avengers. Come on.
I'm so happy
Hey,
for you,
Clint,
Rue.
where are you?
Clint Banner.
You have no idea.
Sitting on
Where's
the
Clint
Life's just
at?
better with a dog.
Can we get Clint up in the studio?
Clint.
Legit.
He-
Life's
he's
just
busy
better with a
somewhere.
dog. I maintain it. All y'all.
Fair
I
enough.
have a cat, so he doesn't really do as I say.
No, he doesn't.
All right, here we are. Fourth round. Anthony went first. He went with Charade. Alan went second with Audition. Rue went third with Rocket Man. Peggy ruined the one-word round with Defend Your Life. And then Brian went with the Maltese Falcon.
All right, fifth and final round. Did I just cut you off, Tony?
I was about to say, I believe that was Ryan's first pick. Then was the first 100% film we've had so far.
Nope.
Nope.
My first overall pick was 100%. Was Before Sunrise.
Oh shit!
Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have taken Before Sunset, but you know what? I'm just gonna go with the 100% one that it was. But Ryan, it is falling to you to complete your squad. What are you taking for your fifth and final pick in the Rotten Tomatoes draft of movies rated 76 to 100?
This is the pressure cooker. How do I wrap this thing up? You know, there's a lot of great candidates on my list. There's a lot of great films here. Lots of them, you know, have great ratings respectively. But you know what? This last movie, I don't think is going to win me any favors. I don't think many people have seen this. I don't think this film gets enough credit that it should. It didn't get any buzz at the Oscars when it came out. It didn't get any love from the higher ups. I don't think. You know, whether it's Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, whatever. But for someone to come into the Hollywood landscape and write 3 films and direct one of them, and all 3 have been stellar and incredible up to this point, respectively, from kicking it with whether it's Sicario, whether it's Hell or High Water, or this one, I gotta go. When you put Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch in the same film and you take them seriously as actors and you put them in these elements, like you could be in a comic book movie all day long, but when you put them in an actual serious, like dramatic landscape, this is as serious as it gets. I'm going with Taylor Sheridan's Wind River. This film is so good and so well acted and directed. It's not even funny. I'm telling you, Taylor Sheridan directed the heck out of this. He's one of the best names going today. I think he's one of the best writers in Hollywood in the business today. And when you put Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen and really test their acting mettle, push them to their breaking point as characters in this movie, and you set it in the wilderness of a Native American reservation, oh my God, it's insane. It's great. It's well acted, well directed, well shot. The cinematography is beautiful. It's got a message at the end of it that is very, very serious and should be taken more seriously in today's real world, in today's society. So if you haven't seen Wind River, I implore you to give this a watch. It's a bit rough. It's gonna hit you in the heart a little bit. It gets dark. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this, but it is pretty damn good, especially when Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen are carrying this thing. So Wind River, it's got if I'm reading this right, 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think that number should be higher, Bob. But other than that, that is going to wrap up my list for 76 to 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I want to do something different, go off book. I think I did that. What say you?
I concur you went off book. I agree. There are, one 90s movie in here? So that worked. I really enjoyed this movie. I think this is a good pick. I don't like it. Is it like it's not... I think this caught me off guard more than anything else because I didn't expect anything out of it. But like you said, the acting in this is really good. You do get John Barenthal in here for a little bit. Well, he does a great job in the small bit he does. But yeah, Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen really work well off of each other in this movie, I thought. And I did enjoy it a lot. So unexpected, but I like the pick. It's a good one.
Never seen it either.
Yeah.
Oh, God. More homework for you two after this very program.
It's very good, and that's the last film that Tyler Sheridan has directed. He's definitely not directed one than this year, was fucking terrible. Let's forget that film ever existed. Angelina Jolie does not act anymore. Nope, never. We don't talk about that film.
I haven't seen it either.
It's
I'm supposed to, but I haven't.
Movie?
Those Who Wish Me Death might be one of the worst films I've seen this year.
Oh, you mean Those Who Wish Me Dead? Okay, gotcha.
I watched it because Aidan Gillen's in it, and I love everything that he does. And I was just like, no, just no.
Huh.
It's a good film. More homework for Rue and PG after the program.
It's just what I need. More homework.
Exactly. More homework, PG.
I'm a teacher. I give homework. I don't do it.
You don't do it.
Right.
Just watch it, Rue.
All right. So, Tony, since last week you made me choose between number 49 and 50 or whatever it was on your list?
Yeah, 59 and 60. Yeah, something like that.
All right. So, pick movie A or movie B?
Movie 2.
That's not what I asked.
That's what I answered. B.
All right, so we're not going to go with the one that has Aidan Gillen in it. I am going a little bit rogue right now. He had to choose between two movies I didn't originally plan on drafting, but they are movies that I think need more attention, even though I still talk about both of them ad nauseum. Are you trying to figure out which one I'm bringing up? Okay, so this is a movie directed by a guy named John Carney. And if you're not familiar with John Carney, he did one of Tony's favorite movies called Once. He did another movie called Begin Again, and the movie that I am taking fifth overall and completing my squad with is Sing Street. Now, this is a movie that's popular with all like the fan leaguers, but I found that in the grand scheme of things, there's not a lot of people who have seen Sing Street. It is a fantastic movie. I don't know how. Jack Rayner as the older brother Brendan knocks the role out of the park. Absolutely. Cosmo, the lead guy, who's the little brother, he's perfectly cast. Fredo something. I don't know. I can't remember the actors. Apologies. I'm probably getting your name wrong, but apologies. You're brilliant in the movie. Everyone should see this movie. It is such like a feel-good movie and a rom-com at the same time. So I am completing my team with John Carney's Sing Street. What say you, panel?
Never seen it.
Yeah. See?
Sorry, never seen
It
it.
is popular. I do maintain it as popular amongst the family leaguers from what I've heard, but
I've never seen it.
I feel like every time like two people haven't seen it, I'm the only one that did. I have seen this movie. I do enjoy this movie. This movie it's I guess like adorable is a good way to put it. That's kind of the way I look at it. Like you said, the brother is great. He's fantastic in the movie. There are some excellent songs in this movie. It was one of those, I think the first time I watched it, I really enjoyed it. And then the second time I watched it, I kind of looked a little bit more into what you're looking at in the chat with Christina right now.
Yeah.
I think it's above okay. It's not one of my favorite like musical type movies, but it is absolutely adorable. Like all the kids are very good in it. They do a good job. And like, the little bit of romance that happens with everything is good. And like Bar said, Drive It Like You Stole It, that entire scene, I love that whole scene. That whole scene is excellent, and it really puts a lot of emotion into the film as well, which is really good. So, yeah.
Drive It Like You Stole It is a banger, but I gotta say my favorite is To Find You. Is the ballad that they play at the dance at the very end.
I just like the Drive It Like You Stole is a banger. I like the scene itself, all the stuff that happens around.
Yeah. For sure.
In that one.
And and Tony, it is the movie that has Aidan Gillen in it, not the other one, but I'll mention the other one in my honorable mentions. But yeah, watching him try to do choreography in the Drive It Like You Stole It scene, specifically look for Aidan Gillen in there because he is not the greatest dancer, at least in the take that they put in the movie.
I try and avoid watching anything Sing Street related now after I've just trying to protect Once as being one of the greatest films of all time. I just need to like ignore anything that John Carney's ever done after the fact, because it's one of those things of just like guilty by association. Because I'm just like, because when I watch Once now, I just go, oh yeah, this is the guy that Begin Again. Fuck.
Hey, Begin Again is good. Fuck
it's
you.
Not.
It is.
Wow.
I will fight you, Tony.
I've been waiting for that for a long time to happen. Like every episode.
There are some fighting words in the studio tonight.
I will fight you. I will just sit on you and it will be over.
And moving along.
I didn't mean like that, you assholes.
Move along. All
right, my team's full up. Rue, what you got?
Come on, Rue. Bring us home.
I'm back with my final pick. And with my last pick, I will leave you with the wise words. You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
Ooh.
Inception is perfection.
Oh,
it's
really?
just a brilliant fucking movie. From start to finish. Everybody in it is amazing. The concept is amazing. Mm-hmm. The loud ass horn going the entire time is amazing. I could not stop talking about this film for months upon months upon months after watching it. Love it to death. Tom Hardy and Joseph Gordon-Levitt are my man crushes. That's it. It's Inception.
If you're gonna have man crushes, those are two excellent selections.
Hands down.
Of all the Nolans, that's your favorite. Okay, I can respect that.
That's my favorite Christopher Nolan movie too.
Oh, really?
You can keep the Batman fucking movies. Yeah.
Hey. I like more than just the Batman films. Okay, from Nolan. I do. Good pick, man. I like it. I remember seeing the theater being. Mine was blown. My jaw was on the floor. Janitors had to come up and pick it up for me because I was like, what the frack did I just watch?
Mhm.
This is a movie about what you can interpret in dreams within dreams within dreams within dreams. Dreams are layers. They have layers. I didn't know that was possible, but it's possible. So I dig this movie. I definitely think it's definitely one of my favorite Nolan films. It's not my number one favorite, but it's up there. So there's no problems with Inception. It's a good pick. That line, you mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger. I'm like, damn, welcome to Hollywood, Tom Hardy. That's a great line. I love that. So good on you, Rue.
I think he had his welcome to Hollywood long before Inception.
No, I know.
To
He
say
was
that
in
he
Star
didn't
Trek
knock the roll out,
Nemesis, but he was in Star Trek Nemesis, but still. This was like, I really knew who Tom Hardy was. Like,
all right,
this
all right.
guy's
You
a
were late
good
to the
actor.
party. Okay.
He knows his shit.
I would think this should be Tony, this should be a topic that we draft coming up. But like if you were to like take somebody like Kate and Leopold style, pull them from like the 1900s into modern day and show them a movie that would blow their fucking mind, I think Inception would be up on the list of movies that they'd be like just like losing their shit over because like the special effects would just be mind-blowing to them.
Sign me up for that.
Yeah, some people would. That would be like when you hear people like leaving theaters in like the 60s because of scary movies.
Yeah,
Every single person would
yes.
be like,
Like
I'm
War
not,
of the
I'm not
World,
okay. I'm
War
out.
of the Worlds type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, with Citizen. What is it? Citizen Kane. Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Orson Welles. Thank you.
I mean, this is good. This is a good pick. It's a very interesting movie. It's very creative. I mean, it blew my mind the first time I saw it because I was like, "What the hell's happening?" Like, there's some very good cinematography, some cool scenes. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Tom Hardy are excellent in it. I'd have to look through the Nolan catalog to see if it is my favorite or is there something else. But it's definitely up there with the Nolan films. But
It's also one of my favorite movie experiences ever because I can't remember if it was the first time or second time I saw it, but this movie has been out for 11 years. So the top is spinning.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The scene goes black.
What do you think?
And
What's your theory?
all of a sudden, two seats down from me, black lady goes, "Oh hell no!" And it is just I love
Can't
it.
end the movie like that. It's a good movie though.
Now, Rue, do you think the top keeps spinning or do you think it tips over eventually?
It fell. I'm an optimist.
Yeah, I think it tipped over actually.
See, that's kind of like Before Sunrise. That tells you if you're an optimist or a pessimist.
I think that's not his totem, so I'm just going to say that.
I love the theories in it. I think my favorite scene is when Leo's teaching is it Eli?
Ariadne.
Elliot.
Ariadne.
Excuse me, Elliot.
Elliot.
Yeah,
Elliot
but
Page.
and then the city like folds over on itself.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Never recreate from your memory. Always imagine new places. So, Rue, whenever we get into the dream world, always imagine new places. Never think about the usual.
I've been way too many places in my life that I can't like pull from something. I've been a lot of places.
Oh, really? Okay.
Right. If someone asks if you're a god, you say yes.
Yes.
Sorry, for some reason.
I was actually
Stay
just
Puft
thinking of that movie
Marshmallow
the other
Man
day,
came into my
Kiki.
head when you said that. But all right, so Rue Squad is all full.
That's a good squad, man.
It is. It's a good
Not
squad.
gonna
So
lie.
it comes to Anthony to close out the draft. Make it a good
Come on,
one,
baby.
buddy. What you got?
Make it a good
All
one,
right.
brother.
Whatever Tony has written down is probably not what he thinks I'm going to do because I probably think I'm going to go a little off what he would imagine. I mean, there's another Audrey I could do. There's a couple Jimmy Stewarts I could do. There's a horror movie I could do. I'm not going to do any of those. I'm going to pick a movie that was for a moment known as the absolute best movie of all time, above Citizen Kane, until one reviewer decided to be a dick. And the answer to this, because this movie is pure joy, it's Paddington 2. Yeah, this movie is absolutely brilliant. If you just want to smile and just love life for like an hour and 45 minutes, watch this movie. It's funny. It's adorable. All the acting is good. It's just wonderful. And like the first one's really good. And again, the sequel just upped the ante, made it even better. I remember watching this and the whole time I just had a massive smile on my face. And then the end of the movie kind of just like, oh, you get emotional during it because you feel for this little bear. He's so cute. Like, it's wonderful. Paddington 2 is great. This was the reason I was worried Tony was drafting because I would have had to taken this earlier because he 100% was going to draft.
Oh, yes. It would have been first off the board for Tony.
I know. That was my fear. So when I was like, Tony's not drafted? Cool. I got this late. So Paddington 2 is my final pick.
This is going to shock absolutely no one, but I haven't seen either one.
Oh, it's so wonderful.
Well, Tony, I concede my time to you. You have the floor, sir.
It's a very good film.
I've heard good things about it, though.
It is incredible. I adore every fiber of my being. It's a wonderful experience. It's just the best. There's only one person I've ever met in my life who has said anything negative about Paddington 1 or 2. And sadly, he's my dad. So I'm still having to work.
You can't defriend him on Facebook.
Yeah. I'm now disowned. I'm Peggy's now muted.
Okay.
I was about to say it wasn't me. It was not me. That's not why I went.
Peggy's actually my father. This is actually news.
She's your father? Okay. Oh, wow.
So weird.
But
Pretty sure that's impossible.
Yeah, I was going to say it's biologically impossible. I guess I'll have to add Paddington Part Uno and Part Dos to my list of movies I got to watch.
Junior and have it flipped.
Maybe I just quickly, Rue, you have to go now. So do you want to do quick blows quickly? And
yes.
One Gotta Stay will come back after Brooklyn. I've been traveling nonstop weekend after weekend after weekend, and that includes the 9th to Brooklyn. So I'm not doing anything until after that, maybe a couple weeks after that. I need a break because when I get back, I'm doing husband and wife things and houses and a whole bunch of crap. So it'll be back.
Adulting.
It'll be back soon. Go over to Multiplex's Twitch in like 5 minutes after the show is done.
Yes, we'll try to wrap up quick for you.
Watch me do 90 through 81 of my top 100, which has already been hilarious. And just found out I'm gonna have to keep my mouth shut for a whole nother fucking month. Watch me make Mike look like just a regular guy because I'm that good in the ID title match on October 22nd. Apparently. Fuck, that's a long way away.
That is a long way away.
I look forward to watching that match.
Rue, before you bounce, a few of your honorable mentions if you want to throw them out there.
Yeah, I just have one. You know exactly what it is. It's fucking Blind Spotting. If you have not seen that movie, go watch Blind Spotting, then go get stars from somebody and watch the Blind Spotting show that continues the story. It's all Oakland. It's all amazing. Biz faces all around. It's fucking beautiful. It's fucking hilarious. Love the shit out of them. Rafael Casal, David Diggs, Jasmine Cephas Jones, all of them. She also plays and Peggy. So anyway, yeah, I will see y'all over on the Twitches. Love seeing y'all. Love being here.
Bye, Rue. Love
I'll
you,
be
buddy.
back to continue my streak. So
see you in 8 days, 9 days, whatever it is.
Yes.
Have a good week, brother.
And then there were 4.
Fantastic Four. Yeah.
All right, but yeah.
The cream that rises to the top.
With that, we move over. Wait, no, we got everyone, right?
Yeah,
I just didn't write down shit for the last
As the
round.
cameraman would say, wrap it up.
Yes, so we will start wrapping it up. Everyone in the chat, if you've looked at Rotten Tomatoes and looked at your favorite movies and seen what they're rated, start throwing out some ones that we missed, some ones that you wish that we would have drafted. And while you guys do that, we're going to go get everyone's honorable mentions, all 2 of them, and any plugs or promotions that they want to throw out there. We will start with the quote. Ryan, what you got?
I mean, the honorable mentions list is long, but I'll just mention 2 off the bat. I would have gone with Jimmy Stewart's Rear Window. It's my favorite Hitchcock film. It's got 98%. Love that movie to pieces. I think it's great. And then another one I would have chosen is AIDA, Attention, Interest, Decision, Action. Glenn Glary, Glenn Ross, always be close.
No coffee
Little shout
for
out
us.
to Ethan Big Time Irwin. What's up, buddy?
No coffee for us today. All right,
No
anything you want to
coffees for
promote?
Moses.
Anything you want to plug?
Oh, yes, plugs. Yeah, what am I not doing? Besides the fact that I just turned 21 again, check us out on Nerd Culture, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all that jazz. Simply at It's Nerd Culture. New videos being posted each and every week to your heart's content. New episodes of And I Quote, the interview show I host every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Saturday, check that out. Check out my podcast. I review movies that I haven't seen before for the first time. A couple times, drop new episodes every week. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5. Other than that, this was a great show with a great panel of people. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great time to be in this neighborhood with all you fine, awesome, tackler neighbors. And I hope to be back again soon. Thanks for having me.
We will have you back again soon. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tony.
I'm just saying, yeah.
All right. And we will pass it to Anthony. Anthony, what are a few that just missed out on being on your team?
All right, I only had like 3. The Jimmy Stewart one I would have went with was Rope. I really enjoy that movie. I think it's brilliant. Just the one One Room. I really enjoyed that one. Could watch that a couple times. The horror movie I was going to look at was Evil Dead 2. That's my favorite of that grouping. It's like 98%. Really good, fun, campy. That's my style. And finally, the other Audrey Hepburn that I was between is Wait Until Dark, which is an absolutely exceptional film with one of the best endings of a lot of pretty much any movie. It's really well done, very suspenseful. So that was my other Audrey. Obviously there are thousands of movies that are really good, but you know what I was better at the 0 through 25. So these are mine for 75 through 100. Those are mine.
Right. Yeah, no, your wheelhouse was definitely lower on this squad. But there's so many movies that are excellent that are rated horribly. It's so unfortunate.
It's a sad day.
For those wondering, we will do this series again with a different panel. So don't you worry. Sign up for it whenever it comes up. It'll come up at some point. Yeah. Let's see. We'll go over to Tony. Is there anything that's been, other than Garth's laundry list of movies? Jesus Christ, you put a lot of them there. What would you have drafted besides Paddington 2? Had you been drafting along with us?
So the one that we got mentioned earlier, it's broadcast news. I adore that. One that is it's got 100%. No one ever talks about it. It's less than an hour long, and it came out last year, and it's one of the most incredible horror films you'll ever see because it's about Zoom.
No.
Host is 100%, and it is one of the most interesting films you'll ever see. It was made during the pandemic. It is the most anxious film you'll ever watch in your life because it's you legitimately watch and you feel like it's happening to you. It just baffles my mind of going how the fuck did they make that from why?
Because it was. I'll let you keep going because I have opinions on that one.
Oh, do you?
I do.
We can talk off air on that one.
It's literally less than an hour long, so no one has any excuse not to watch it. Please go watch it. But here we are, just a few. Watch it. Here we are. Just a few from the chat. So Casablanca, Star Wars, Captain America, Flash Gordon.
All excellent choices, guys.
Back to the Future, Willy Wonka.
Back to the Future was on my list.
Don't you speak Willy Wonka to me right now. Don't do it.
Peter Ostrom, Peggy?
Fuck you.
So, you'll get it next time, PG. We believe in you. You can do it.
There is next time.
Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, and Inside Man. There's
Inside Man, not so much.
Down by Law, America, because Vagabond, and of course, Surf's Up.
I've heard of maybe one of those, maybe two.
Surf's Up is a masterpiece, I think, that everyone agrees with. It really does, I personally, I'm a fan of the sequel, Surf's Up 2, Wave Mania. It's a real movie starring John Cena as a penguin.
Oh, John Cena's in that one.
Nice.
Okay. That's the one with all the wrestlers in it. Okay.
Yeah.
Before Tony gets to what's coming up on the channel, I'm just going to throw out two of my honorable mentions. The fifth and final pick that I was going to go with before I called it audible was going to be Major League, just because it's a comfort movie. It's fantastic.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Love sports movies, and it's amongst my favorites. But the one that Tony almost picked, but picked Sing Street instead, would be About Time. Which is Richard Curtis, which is right up Tony's alley. And it's adorable and will make you weep.
Wait, I think About Time is under 75.
No way.
I picked it last time.
Oh no, I was looking at audience score. Yeah, it's 81, audience score 69. Okay, so I can't even mention that as
because I was like, I remember I picked that last time. Okay. I was like, how is this?
My bad. But you know what? It should be.
Look at Rue. He likes Back to the Minors. Oh my god.
Peggy, this man.
I haven't seen Back to the Minors.
You know, I picked a link letter. I couldn't go all link letter all day.
True that.
So, but yes, everybody wants them. It's criminally underrated, and it gets better with every viewing. The first one you might be like, but then watch the second time, you're like,
it's good. Tyler Hoechlin is good in that.
Better. Glenn Powell's the best in that.
Zoe Deutsch.
But anyways, Tony, what is coming up on the channel?
Yeah, absolutely. So Stand Up Shoot for FPMT is up now, so the game on Sunday. And then that's it for the channel this week. Legend Cinema, as we mentioned, Anthony and Christina did their Perhaps I'll Never Stop, Never Stopping. Next week it's a movie set in New York. I don't believe they've set on the movie yet. At least they've not told me. So hopefully they choose a good movie. And then so next week, Fancy Film Fight is going to be back on. We still have to sign up 100% what we're going to do for it. But please like, subscribe to all those things. Digest Cinema podcast, Nerd Culture, all that. Get easy with it all on.
I don't do anything.
Letterboxd.
Anthony just sits there.
I make way too intense reviews, and look for me and Christina's GIF soon to be coming to cell phone stream.
Yeah.
I just private messaged. I was trying to get Anthony. I'm like, is Christina around to dance us out? Christina, if you're watching, run downstairs because I'm about to say thank you guys for watching us. Next week we haven't decided what the topics are yet specifically. We have bounced around a few ideas, but since tomorrow is the end of the month, it will be decided by tomorrow. So stay tuned to the Facebook page to find out what topics are coming in October. But for myself, for my boy Anthony, for Ryan, there we go, pointing kind of in the right way, and my co-host Tony, have a great week. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye, guys.
Why is he not playing?
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and please don't forget to vote.
That was awesome.
I thought it reeked.
Who's winning?
Let's see who wins.
You're gonna win.
Nothing personal. It's really gonna matter. Tune in next week.
You see what happens?
It's brand new.
Episode?
Fantasy film fight.
Doesn't matter who wins, because they're all losers.